We're good. Aye. Hold on, I'm looking to see something. That's what I want to do. Go here. And I'm just looking around. Give me a second. Okay. Hello. Let me get this going. Got that going. Reload that. I just needed to do a quick search. Make sure that enabling Saucy would not be like career ending. And it's not, but I'm not gonna put them on. Options. Okay, so let me just make sure. What's Discord rich presence? Bro, what? Requires restart. Okay, never mind. I don't care. Head scrolling. I have no idea what any of these things mean. All right, fuck it, let's start. Huh? What's all that? September 4th. 1 second. Boop. There we go. September 4th. Year 201 M 2023 BC. Oh my god. Oh, 201 million. Okay. Amid the arid heat of the morning sun of Volcadera Bluffs, I can't help but miss living in the more temperate weather of the Midwest. All right, hold on. Cheers. We're starting this. We're cheersing. Oh wait, you know what? Auto. Actually, fuck that. No auto, because I think I'll accidentally get skipped. Summer sleeves are in style this year. I don't know what that is. The jacket's aroma blog better be right. The suede thing is killing me. This is guaranteed to start getting chillier in a few weeks. Besides, I'm sure to make an impression with this. Abercrombie and Flint is all the rage these days. Okay, and let me make sure. Options. Enable track system. There we go, got it. I sigh and lean back in the hard plastic seating of the metro. Let's sigh. I'm on my way to the first day in a new school. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me text my cousin. Tell him I'm doing it. I'm starting. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Where the fuck is he? There we go. Twitch.tv/Ty_guy. Remember it. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hello, everybody. We're in the Florida Man zone. I'm on my way to my first day in a new school. Ordinarily, I'd just be glued to my phone on the trip, but there's just too much on my mind right now. My folks' sitch requires us to move frequently, which gives me little time to fit in. Much like how a rolling stone gathers no moss, I could never make a friend I'd keep for longer than a year. Just a lot of promises to keep in touch that petered off within months. Admittedly, it's my fault in the end. I don't know if this is the same people who made Goodbye Volcano High. I need someone to fact check that, but if it is, that'd be funny if they were the same universe. Admittedly, it's my fault in the end. But that's going to change. Starting today. All Might. I'm sorry, All Might. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm going into senior year now, and it's my very last chance to prepare for the world ahead. Luckily for me, the cards are stacked in my favor. I feel around my backpack for my DSLR till my fingers can absent-mindedly fiddle with the mode dial. St. Hammond High School is extremely well known for their artists' curriculum. In other words, I'll be surrounded by people that share my interests, even if it's a bit of a ride away. Speaking of rides, I was hoping that my parents could drive me there today. By the time I was up, though, they had already left for work. No big deal. I like the hustle and bustle of public transportation. I imagine I'm going to have to get used to this anyway. As time passes, my mind wanders to memories of previous schools. ... They all sucked. Let's sigh. Hey, I need to make the most of the situation I'm in. Not get all sad like this. I need to do something like take a selfie with the hobo next to me. I won't get stabbed. Get up and breathe in that fresh get up and breathe asterisk in that fresh asterisk city air asterisk remain seated and do nothing. All right, you know what? Let's be a little impulsive. I'm interrupted by the ding of the terminal board and the car gradually starts coming to a stop. Juicy. I step off the metro, heading out of the station as I follow a few other students headed toward the school. Oddly enough, I'm only seeing dinosaur students, not another human to be seen anywhere. So we're in a mixed school. Must be one of those dino heavy regions. Seems to be a lot of greenery here as well. You'd almost forget how close we are to a major city. The pathway leads to a stone bridge that goes over a small creek. As I walk across, I notice other students meet in pairs and walk with each other. The air begins to fill with sounds of laughter and stories about how their summer break went. Let's sigh. Ah, there it is. School peeks out over the trees ahead of me, as though inspecting and welcoming me inside. St. Hammond High, my new home away from home for the next year. I stop to take a deep breath. The air here is crisp, reminding me of an old campground I went to back in elementary school. ... Once again, I'm handed an opportunity to make something of myself. I'm apprehensive, but hopeful. This is my last shot at this. There's no going back. I take my first step onwards. Here we go again. Oh, we got animation? Northern Lion. Hi. How's it going, Alex? Students mill about the front. It's not the same devs? Okay. Students mill about the front yard. The school is known for its heavily prioritized art programs. Over 2/3 of the graduates end up pursuing career in the arts. And while half of them regret it from what I read, there's still plenty that made it right. You know, whatever, hold on. It's also the management's claim to fame, with the facade on the front entrance being dominated by a vibrant mural. I was gonna say something, but I gotta hold my, if I speak, I am in trouble. I got a good feeling about this place. A few students eyeball me as I continue walking in. All right. Some friends whisper to each other. I just knew this jacket would pay off. Hell yeah. Front doors are propped wide open. I already feel the cool breeze inviting me in. Inside, it's a familiar yet brand new sight. Dude, I love open reading. Yo, look at all the dinosaurs. I hadn't mentioned it yet, but this school is also quite unique for its student body. It's composed almost entirely of dinosaurs, all manner of saurian herbivores and otherwise. Oh, this game's kind of clean. Hold on. Scales, feathers, tails. Is that a tether? Wings, talons, webbed hands. Not even to mention the colors. All vibrant enough to challenge the bright murals on the school outside. Dozens of students march about reconnecting with past friends and meeting new ones. Some anxiously glance at their schedules, checking every door as though we were numbered at random. I probably shouldn't be standing here staring. Whoa, is that a human? Oh God, I gotta turn myself down. I hear myself. Whoa. I'm soon surrounded and overrun by a crowd of neon-colored teenagers. Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be a good one. Clearly my jacket is working like a charm, bro. I can't believe it. He's just bald, bro. Whoa, he's like a real life size mannequin. Hey, new kid. Is Is this what it's like to be popular? I really wasn't expecting it to happen this quickly. Dude, it's gonna be peak. It's gonna be peak. Oh my god. A few students are taking pictures with their phones. I even see some with a sketchbook and pens in hands, rapidly scribbling on pages. Wow, a human. Are you like a foreign exchange student? In the chaos, I feel a few people touch my hands. Whoa, human skin feels weird. Geez, a bit uncalled for. Oh. As flattering as this attention is, ask them to back off a bit. Nah, I'll go along with it. I'm enjoying it. There's so much happening. And I don't want to be a party pooper. Yeah, it'll go away within a week, trust me. They'll stop asking to touch your non-existent hair. A few more people shout at me to get my attention. Hey, could you look over here for a side profile? Oh man, yeah, this will be good reference material. Wait, I need to get a better look at his skin texture. Once again, find myself frozen, only muttering quietly as I hastily try to follow their instructions. Alright. Eventually, all the saurians take their photos and talk themselves out before dispersing back to their own friend groups. By the time I recover from the shock of the situation, the last one breaks off and I find myself seemingly all alone again. Oh, that was my chance to socialize. Yeah, brother. I blew it. You're a human, right? Oh, the music kicks right back in. I Triceratops girl leans forward, scanning me up and down. This is it. Time to seal the deal and get a new friend. Yeah. Close enough. Hey, could I, get a selfie with you? It'd be great for one of my classes. Yeah, definitely. Her name's Inko. She puts an arm around my back for a shoulder hug while she poses dramatically. Maybe a bit too friendly? Big smile now. She takes the picture and checks it enthusiastically. So I'm Inko. Oh, cool. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. Oh. What's the photo for, by the way? Why does it keep changing the fucking name? I'm trying to see it. She pauses, aloofly chewing some gum. Oh, she's like, my fashion design class. That jacket is ballin'. Ah. Thanks for the pic, hun. Okay, hold on. I hear Pumpkin. Pumpkin's screaming for me outside. Give me a second. Oh. Meow. Hi, Pumpkin. I'll spam that pumpkin emote. Cause she's here. Hi. Yes. Hello. What's up, Pumpkin? Come here. Thanks for the pic, hun. All right. Well, feel my shoulders sag as I take in the now sparse hallway around me. Come on, there we go. That must have been my 15 minutes of fame. I don't think it even lasted 15 minutes. But there's no way I've already blown it. Yeah, no, you're fucking cooked. Your senior year is over. Try to shake away the negative thoughts. Focus on the positive. For a brief moment, I was the talk of the school. Yeah. Click, click, click. Familiar sound draws my attention. I know what that is. The end of the hall, there's someone kneeling. There's gotta be some DNA of Goodbye Volcano High, because these motherfuckers look exactly the same. And with one of the latest camera models, if I'm not mistaken. Hey! Why does it keep saying Inko? I'm losing it. The guy flinches. I flinch too. I didn't mean to shout at him. A few students around me didn't bat an eye at it though. Said, sorry about the yell. No, it's fine. I managed to get the shot I wanted. The bespectacled boy, I think he's a parasaur, double checks the camera's display and smiles. Yep, perfect. That'll be a fine. This'll be a fine print for the yearbook. Ugh. Can I see? Wait, is my name Inko? I thought the dinosaur's name was Inko. His grin seems to widen at my interest. Of course, here. Turns the plate towards me, showing a shot of the hallway. And me as the focal point. Pretty good, right? I look a little closer and notice that. Okay, I guess my name is Inko. I have misread the situation. I think it's a little out of focus. And dark. Where do you have your f-stop at? Set at. Ah, shh. He stops and glances up at me, pleasantly surprised to get a real answer. Yeah, I'm a bit of a photographer myself. I'm taking it as an elective too. With Mr. Iadakan? I gotta figure out how to say it now because he's probably gonna be a character, so. Mr. Iadakan, there we go. Thinking back to my memorized class schedule, the name does sound familiar. Ad starting soon. I'm sorry, everybody who's not subscribed. Oh snap, cool. We'll be classmates. Yup, I knew it. Mr. I's busy. I'm just gonna call him Mr. I. So he just teaches it for one period. He offers his hand out for a handshake. I'm Ben. Inko. Friend achieved. We did it, fellas. I'm actually new here. Kind of figured, being the only human student this year and all. St. Hammond isn't one of the more popular schools, but the staff put a lot of effort into the arts programs. Even the campus itself is designed to be like a living art piece. So if you ever need help, from the pause, I'm guessing he's offering some help. I wouldn't say no to a tour. A tour, you say? Well, I'm only going back to the principal's office, but I could point out some neat stuff along the way. He raises an eyebrow to himself in contemplation. Might be a good idea to meet the principal too. He waves for me to follow him. Turns out he wasn't just an avid photographer like me, but also the school council president. And one of his priorities was taking photos for this school's yearbook for the first day page. Every few minutes we'd pause so Ben could take a couple shots, mainly of the students talking with each other. And while I would watch, I had considered helping him in some way. I mean, that camera looked amazing, and then there's all these extra lenses in the bag. I feel absolute elation to know that someone that's into photography. I really want to broach it, but Ben fills the airs between us talking more about the school. Which is why we're still going by the Feathertails, even though I think it's a tad distasteful. Dang, you're pretty good at this. Do you give these tours to all the new students? Not really. Although it is something I thought about a lot. Oh, hold that thought. Hey, Lunara. Ben goes to greet a student putting up some intricate wall banners. Oh, hey, Ben. Yeah, you have a good summer vacation? I did. Great work on the decorations. They even look better than last year's. Aw, thank you. What's all this for? She steps aside so I can fully view the banner she just finished with. The Cultural Arts Club. We meet every Thursday after school and look at antique artwork. She'd initially look past me to talk with Ben, but she gasps when she realizes, hey, you're a human, right? Oh, that's a silly question. You should totally join. I just love human culture. There's this amazing set of ancient masks at my place from ancient Europe. I just adore them. Wow, that's impressive. I think you'd make a good curator. You know what? I probably would. After that club display during Spirit Week last year, I gotta agree. We spent weeks studying that tribe and weeks more practicing those dances. We also study and paint with those styles, and we're learning the techniques of the old masters. Hopefully soon we can even get into sculpting, like those old Venus statues. We plan on getting one to look at this sometime this year. What do you think? It'd be great if you could come. Hey, that'd be neat. What do you say, Inko? Maybe I do love culture. Oh, that's great. Oh, listen. We have this old chieftain's dress we've had for ages. We just have to see what it looks like on the real thing. I'll think about it. No way. I'd sooner endure a second impact event than wear something like that. That is crazy. Being like, hey, you're black. Wear this fucking... Yeah, like, you're an African. Wear this cultural attire for me. That's crazy. Well, hey, nice to catch up, Lunara. We got places to be. Take care. Bye. She waves us off and Ben continues leading me into the principal's office. Bye, Lunara. Hey, Ben. Oh, hey, Michael. Listen, can't talk now, but I'd love to catch up later, yeah? I'm floored. This guy seems to know just about everyone in school just as much as they know him. Talk about being on top of things. Hey, Ben. Points out a few more minor landmarks in the school and stops to greet a number of students happy to see him after the summer break. Man, sorry having to stop so much. No way, I think it's cool how you know everyone. If only it could be cool without making us late. He noticed a few more noteworthy landmarks, eventually leading me to its biggest draw. The hallway. I already knew that this place was known for art, but wow. Just outside the administrative offices, the hallway is filled with wonderful pieces of work. Paintings line the walls with name placards beneath detailing who the artists were, all created by alumni and attending students of the school. And this is the gala. All of the pieces have been featured in all kinds of articles and presentations. Whoa. I know, right? One moment. Ben turns to the nearest door and gives a polite knock. Who is it? It's me, Principal Scalar. An Oviraptor, no older than her mid-30s, exits the room, holding a steaming mug and sporting a tired smile. Good morning, Benjamin. Good morning. Inko, this is our esteemed principal. Good morning, ma'am. Tips Fedora. Her eyes shoot wide mid-sip of her coffee. Oh, I hadn't noticed. You would be, Mr. Ganito, right? Yes, but my name... How wonderful! Gone is the exhaustion on her face, instead replaced with a very wide smile. I'm so happy you've chosen art school for your last year, Mr. Nitu. Ben, be sure to give him a thorough St. Hammond welcome, okay? I already was. If you ever need any assistance, my office is always open, Mr. Neto. Not to mention, the student council is always available for help. I actually feel low-key seen right now. That's kind of crazy. Isn't that right, Ben? Yes, Principal Scalar. Thank you, Principal Scalar. Oh, and Ben, a moment, please. But the parasaur is dragged into the office, leaving me alone in the school gala. Whatever they're saying, I can't hear over the ambient noise of the student body. Either way, it's probably something I'm not meant to hear. I move a few feet away out of earshot of discussion inside. On the wall beside me is a framed panoramic landscape of the city, painted by hand. Wow. Oh, Halford. Wow. I could practically use this thing as a map with how detailed it is. No wonder it's hanging so predominantly by the principal's office. The gentle brushstrokes, the vibrant colors, the evening sun bouncing off each of the windows, and the majestic scarlet sky enveloping the horizon. All of which combine together to give it a dreamscape feeling, like it's an idealized vision of the city. It's beautiful. I've never been a big admirer of paintings, but I can't deny that this is a masterpiece. Only a teacher could have been able to express such the scenic beauty of the city with this level of skill and passion. I would draw my Cavon Stone 60 from my bag, and with the compact lens I barely fit the entirety of the painting in the frame for the shot. Checking the copy on my display, I realized I left the title of the artist out of the piece. The tag says, Dreamscape, Artist O. Halford. 9th grade? First placed 201M 2020. A freshman did this. Jeez. Now that I look at the rest of the paintings, this is insane. It's all so much better than what I've made. Almost all the pieces are beautifully drawn. Acrylic, charcoal, pastel. And yet not even one photo? Hey, Inko, I'm back. I'm a senior. How on earth am I even meant to even start measuring up here? Inko? What's that sound? Ben nudges me back with the back of his hand as the commotion gets closer. Hey, watch it, jackass! Slow your whirl, Leatherface! My leg! I watch as the aggressor, aggregator, finally rounds the corner and comes barreling down the hallway, speeding right towards us. My instincts kick in and I stumble to the side to avoid the oncoming collision. For just a split second, I get a good look at my assailant. There she go! Green scales, messy hair, and a faded purple hoodie. She propels herself towards forward with dexterous hands, spinning large wheels on her. I only now noticed that she's in a wheelchair. I didn't even know that you could go that fast in one of those. She glances my way, her pupils lock onto mine. Her gray and gold eyes are marred by bags, like she hasn't slept in days. The girl's entire presence is ghost-like. And that expression, it's like she's staring straight through me. I'm sure she barely registers my existence, but I don't think I'll ever forget that face. Just as fast as she came, however, she vanished. She's gone. As she leaves, I feel a little weight is lifted from my shoulders. At least until I trip directly into the glass case behind me. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna break. Whew. Hey, watch it. Whoops. Parasol's hand roves over the display carefully, his eyes filled with worry. You looking for something? Cracks. Usually when another student falls into them, it's some kind of crack or scratch. Guess it's just a dino thing. You humans are lucky you don't gotta sweat over this kind of stuff. That happen often? Often enough to drain school funds and repairs. That can't be good. Well, not to brag, but I make do. A vibrato chime echoes through the now empty hall. I freeze, tardy on the first day. Ha, whoops. Sorry to run on like that. You should get going to your first class. Won't I need a tardy slip or something? Nah, it's the first day. Teachers are lenient. I'm fine either way since, you know. One of the benefits of being class pres. What's your first period? Physical education. Ben sucks the air through his teeth with a prolonged wince. You'll be fine. Gymnasium's down that away. Don't keep him waiting too long. I need to get going too. Keep who waiting? Gotta go. Bye. Whoa, he walks fast when he has somewhere to be. That reaction doesn't exactly instill confidence in me. But this nigga wore his sunglasses first day of school. That's crazy. Inside, I follow Ben's directions towards the school gymnasium. After all the early commotion, it's the first quiet moment to myself. Might as well take it to finally sort through my thoughts. Let's see, what do I think of this place so far? It's certainly livelier than any of the other schools I've been to. Ever since I've stepped foot in here, everything's been so lively and everyone seems so exuberant. It makes me feel a little out of my depth, since I'm so used to the opposite. Here, people like that girl earlier are eager to share their hobbies almost without being prompted. Everywhere else I've been, people just kept to themselves. Like they're only there because they have to be. It hits me. This school's art program attracts people. Students here don't have to be here. They're choosing to be here. That's why it's so active. Well, alright, what can I do with this information? It means I could probably be friends with anyone I want, right? Weird to say, but with everyone here sort of working with each other, there's bound to be an insane level of camaraderie too. Maybe I won't even have to try? I'm almost at the gymnasium now, so I'll hold this thought for later. Ah, gym class, where boys are separated from the men and where people with Herculean physiques are able to show off their sculpted bodies. I remember how much I dreaded going to PE. The innumerable bad experiences from past schools pale in comparison to the many skidded knees and broken glasses. Skill issue. Hopefully this school's PE was a lot less grueling. Skill issue. As I stand before the wooden double doors leading into the gym, I'm struck with how empty the area looks. That's followed by me catching the sound of physical activity coming from within the gym itself. Shoot, I really am late. Ben's earlier warning echoes in my head like a foreboding spirit. I peer through the small windows on the door and see students standing shoulder to shoulder. Towering over them is a primate who I can only guess is our gym teacher, with his arms crossed and a scowl on his face. I hope I can get away with being tardy. As I walk into the... My first thought is how lucky I am to be alive. I don't even know what was thrown at me, but it might as well have been a cannonball. I spot the gym teacher. Even through his baseball cap, I could feel his stare of rage pierce my soul. Such intensity in that ideal throwing form, only missed by centimeters. That was a warning shot. He said, "Know this and know it well, son. I have a policy. Each of my platoons get one free miss from me a year, and you just spent it." I shit my ass to the students lined up next to me. They're so stiff with fear that I can't tell what they're feeling. "You got 3 seconds to lay it on the front of your squadron." Lay it on the front of your squadron. Why in the great name of Gravy Drocket are you late? That's fucking crazy. Well, He didn't even move. Hint taken, I shut my mouth. The Simeon scholar starts marching back and forth like a drill sergeant. "Listen up, because I'm only saying this once. In this class, we operate on tough love. We learn from our mistakes, so you better pray to Raptor Jesus you don't forget them." Raptor Jesus is crazy. "Because if you do..." With 3 monstrous steps, the coach closed the distance of 10 yards to tower over me. "I will be very upset. It reflects poorly on all of us, and that is not something I will accept. So I would love to see you maggots succeed, but if you don't, I'll make it unforgettable. Am I understood?" I nod my head in fear. "Fan-freaking-tastic. Now then, join the rest of your ranks and stiff it up." Once I confirm my bladder is intact, I shuffle over to where my colleagues stand. I feel them staring at me with anger, like I'm responsible for the coach's teaching style. What an appalling first impression to make. I should just quit and start over somewhere else while I still can. The teacher takes a second to glance over us, reminding himself of where he was before I had interrupted. "Attend hunt, maggots. You will all drop and give me 20 of the finest push-ups. Those guts best be an ant's fart off that pristine gym floor or else." With a violently loud blow of his whistle, the coach also takes his position to show him the proper technique. I hide my wince as my knees impact roughly on the ground. "Nigga, you led with your knees?" Real pain starts as I try to keep pace with everyone around me. My biceps and forearm threaten to splinter from the weight of my body and the speed of my jerky movements. I never realized how badly out of shape I was. Real. "On your feet, you bipedal slugs." This guy, he ain't human. Some kind of primate, maybe? A close relative. I could feel my muscles hollering in pure agony as I force myself up from the gymnasium floor. By the time I'm back on my feet, my breathing is heavy and coming out in whistles. "Now then, since it's only the first day of school, how about we have a good old game of dodgeball?" Did he say a dodgeball? Oh yeah, dodgeball time. Shoot a glance toward my overly enthusiastic dino next to me, who is absolutely elated by the prospect of the upcoming game. We only finished the warm-up and my muscles are already screaming. My knees shake, my lungs burn, and I'm so drenched in sweat that I might need a shower after this. I really don't want to play dodgeball. Aren't we lucky? First day of school, we get to play a game. I don't do dodgeball. Why not? I'm not exactly. All right, maggots, pick a side and keep the numbers even. This is a suicide match. And a free-for-all, too. Damien, why don't you socialize by picking your teammates? Shades, you're on blue team. Then what's the point of picking teams? Yeah, it's like, what if it's like, wait, what are the teams if there's a free-for-all? All right, I'm with the human dude. Hi, Damien. Before I could figure out the rules of this dodgeball game, Dilophosaurus wraps an arm around my neck and brings me to the side of the field. Oh, that's the one with the freaking the neck flaps. Oh, and one last thing. His leering tone frees me to the spot. What's the first rule? We only got one. Have fun? Gang up on the weakest one! Wait, what? In a matter of seconds, the gymnasium becomes a full-blown battleground. I do my best to dodge the oncoming flurry of red rubber spheres coming my way like bullets. I dive to the ground, avoiding oncoming projectiles as they soar overhead and pelt my comrades. I hear the blows and the guttural groans of those who have already succumbed to the onslaught of inflated orbs. Combat crawling away from the fierce front, I entrench myself along the edge of the field in the hopes of being ignored. I cast my gaze to the rest of my allies and, oh god, it's a full rout. So many How's the first day of school treating you, bro? I look up and see the Fin Dino, the same pink Dilophosaurus who dragged me to the side of the court, staring down at me and smiling. What do you think? I watch as he casually dodges an incoming ball before throwing his own. Name's Damien, by the way. Inko. Nice to meet you. You two, Chrome Dome and Frills. Who said that you two had time to talk? Does my gymnasium look like a debate stage? I mean, maybe we got some of those stands from the auditorium, maybe. I know a guy's uncle that could really make a really classy podium. I look up at Damien with absolute bewilderment. What's this guy thinking? The coach looks like he's about to explode. Do not play smart with me, son. Keep your trap shut and eyes focused on the enemy. And Damien just smiles and gives the coach a thumbs up, as if we aren't already in the middle of an active war zone. You got it, Mr. Solly. That's Coach Solly to you. And what's the hold-up, Shade? You're just making yourself an easy target on the floor. Get up and play to win. All right, I guess it's my time to do something of worth. But I'm not exactly good at dodgeball. Oh, maybe I could do the whole blocking thing for everyone. That should hopefully make it so that everyone isn't peeved at me for wasting the warning shot. But here's where things change. I could totally turn this around. All is equal in the court. A ball aimlessly rolls on the floor in front of me, calling out to be my ammunition. I somehow weave through two shots at me and pick up the ball. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it now. I'm on fire. There's no way I'm losing now. I grab onto the ball and start blocking any shot that so much as crosses our side of the field. Yeah, I'm doing great. Block one, block two, block three. Now I'm really feeling it. Hit that yoinky spoinky. I bet everyone's looking at me now. Any thought of playing the game suddenly left my mind like it was never there. Oh, dude, I'm fucking cheesing, dude. Who cares? I'm doing this more than enough. I could be the Hey, new guy. A new voice catches my attention. A crimson Parasaurus. Think fast. What? Ooh. The floor is cold. Maybe I shouldn't have come here at all. Pair of extremely dirty sneakers enter my field of view. You gonna get up, Shades? No, I give up. Damn, no spine. Oh man, that hurts. How long was I out? I'm laying down on something soft. Where am I? My vision clears and I sit up from the plastic bed. I have no eyeballs. Sure is bright in here. Oh shit. It broke my sunglasses. No! Luckily I brought my reserved pair. Yes! Much better. I stand from the rubber mattress, taking the tiny room finally. All alone? Not even a school nurse or anything? Oh, there she is. Looks like she's attending to another student who has his snout stuck in a cone. Huh. Looking at the clock on the wall, it's already noon. That would explain the pounding headache. Finally awake, Shades. I sit ramrod straight, the fear of God stricken into me once more. Calm yourself, cadet. You ate dirt pretty hard back there. Oh man, yeah. Wait, you did that. I did. Pelted you right in the back. You know why? Because I messed up? Be more specific, kid. Because I couldn't be a good teammate and got hit in the face? Wrong. It was after that. Nothing happened after that. No, you gave up. But I was doing well. You think so? I was blocking the balls and all. You weren't blocking anything. You were showing off. You found a single thing you could do and started dancing around like a clown. You focused on the easy thing and gave up on the real thing. You were so focused that you forgot to look around for a moment. And here you are. I know a defeated man when I see one, and there's no way in hell I'm letting a student of mine give up so easily. Right. It's the first period of the first day and you're already giving up. Either way, it's a pretty bad luck you ended with. You gotta watch around some students, if you know what I mean. I blink a few times and recall the chick that yelled at me to catch, followed by pounding me in the face. That one, he chuckles to himself a bit. She's something, all right. Yeah, looked like the devil herself. Anyway, take the rest of the day off, kid. What? I'm telling you to go home. Principal gave the okay. Feel my head again, another stab of pain. Am I really not good to go back to class? Wasn't I getting lectured about this a few moments ago? Well, I don't want to give up so easy. No, you should go home to your folks. He scratches the back of his head, slightly embarrassed. Right, about that. We tried calling them earlier. Couldn't reach them. I gave a sad half smile. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. I can make a home fine on my own. He nods. When you get back, don't give up so easily. He holds the door to the nurse's office open. I nod and exit the office, Coach Solly closing the door behind us. I wanted to see the nurse! Oh, and here's for tomorrow. A brown paper bag shoved into my arms along with my backpack. Peeking in, I see something blue and gold wrapped in plastic. If you hadn't been late, you could have changed into those. Thank you, sir. Next time, Shades, think faster. Got it? Yes, sir. Smile is positively unnerving. Now scram, cadet. Well, this is officially the worst first day I've ever had. As my feet drag along the linoleum floor, I can't help but painfully think of all the failures of the past few hours. No thanks to a very prominent bump to the back of my head. Ow. I'm worse than everyone here on a creative and physical level. I know I shouldn't really be bothered by it, but I hate seeing how far behind I am compared to everyone else. I thought I'd make new friends. What was I thinking? I stop and shake my head a bit. What the heck am I doing sulking like this? It's a bad first day. It's just the first day. There's still all the rest. I still met Ben and Damien. They're pretty cool. I'm not gonna let my optimism be ruined because of a bad dodgeball match. Just you wait, St. Hammond. Today was just a test run. Tomorrow is the real deal. Morning comes. Wonder Woman! Batman! Iron Man! Let's fucking go! He's based! Fucking, yes! He's a DCU fan! He's literally me! I've always had a decent internal clock, but it's a record for me to get accustomed to a new sleeping schedule in just one day. Especially with this fully grown lump on my scalp. I move an arm from my sheets and feel my head. Yeah, that's bruised real good. Could be worse though. Time to get up. I slump out of bed and yawn, stretching my arms and cracking my spine a bit. My new room is pretty nice. Quite spacious, even with all the still sealed boxes. I brush my hand over one of them, the other one with my other clothes. I'll get around to opening them at some point. Right now, it's time for breakfast. I shuffle downstairs to the heart of the house. The morning sunbeams shining through the window draw my eyes to look out to the new neighborhood. The driveway is empty. Looks like my parents are already gone for the day. Damn! No surprise there, really. It's all they ever focus on. Shiver runs up my spine as my feet step up step on the icy tiles of the kitchen. My eyes are drawn to some taped up boxes that are still scattered about on the counters. There's a real familiar sticky note on the fridge. I don't even have to read it to know what it says. At this point, Mom's just wasting paper. The least you can do is reuse the same note and make small addendums to it. I snag a plate from the nearest drawer and open up the freezer. No fresh produce to be seen, but there's still the mostly full box of breakfast burritos. Yeah, I've been trying to appreciate ethnic cultures more. Plate loaded with a couple of the minuscule flour wrapped meals, I set the microwave and wait for the burritos to hopefully not explode or burn inside. While I wait though, I check my phone. I scan over my news feed and check out some of the people I'm subscribed to, hoping there's something to watch during my meal. Unfortunately, nobody posts videos or streams this early in the morning. Guess I'll just watch a suggested video then. I prop my phone up and click on something random. At the ding of the microwave, I retrieve my breakfast, carrying it carefully so I don't burn my hands on the bottom of the plate. I give the first burrito a test bite and, the inside is still cool. The worst. I don't want to stick it back in though, the tortilla will just become a brick then. I shrug it off, continue chewing, and watch my phone. Top of the morning, folks! By the time the video ends, I've finished less than half the last of the half-thawed burritos. Pocketing my phone, I slip to the plate and fucking Jacksepticeye video is crazy. What? So would it be just Jacksepticeye, or would it be like Jacksepticeye a dinosaur? As a dinosaur. Slip the plate into the sink and head out for the day. That's crazy. This time I'm at least getting through the day. Today, survival. Tomorrow, thrival. I'll work on it. On the metro again, I take a little more time to check out my surroundings. The sun shines through the windows across from my normal seat. There's this one chick that was there yesterday, probably on her way to work. Probably a set routine for her at this point. She always does a bit of makeup first and then checks her phone for the rest of the way. When the sun shines through the window, it highlights her hair in a really neat way. Like a movie poster almost. Take a picture, but it might be a little too awkward for me. Also, everything's disappeared. Why is it so dark? Ahem. How's St. Hammond treating you so far, Mr. Nito? A voice so deep, feel it reverberate in my bones called me from above. Is that a whale? I'm taken aback at his authoritative stature. His head nearly grazing the top of the passenger car. How do you even get in here? Oh, it's been great so far, Mr. Ferris. He offers his hand for a handshake, though his palm alone smothers my entire hand. How'd you know my name? You're clearly going to school. The nearest one is St. Hammond, and I'm already aware of a new human student, if you don't mind my profiling. Whoa, you got all that from looking at me? I'm partially joking. Your full name is printed on your backpack. You know that's dangerous, right? Oops. Yep, that's me alright, haha. But please, I know it's only been a few days since the year started, but I'd like to hear your opinion so far. Is this a questionnaire or something? Not exactly, but it is of importance to an assignment of mine. What does that mean? Oh, what am I being secretive for? I'm here to audit your school. See, the teachers know the students, make sure it's a proper place of learning. I wish it was something worth being secretive about. More often than not, it's just paperwork and office politics. Oh, alright then. My thoughts on the school so far. I considered telling him about the teacher nailing me with a dodgeball to make a point. Nah, I'm over it. Well, the classes I have are great. The teachers I have are a dynamic bunch. He thumbs the inside of his coat pocket for a pen, but decides he doesn't need it. I see. Any favorites? I mean, I don't like to have favorites, but all the staff seem pretty lively. First lets out a heavy rumbling chuckle. That's certainly good to hear. And what of your fellow students? Made any friends? It's been a bit of a struggle, but it's always been that way for me since my folks move around a lot. I think I'm doing pretty good this time around. Why do you think that is? I think it's the jacket. The jacket? I gave my lapel a quick tug for extra style points. The Coastline Cotton Nylon Bomber number 32, part of the latest catalog by A&F. Does he need to lean so close to inspect it? If the carriage rocks in any way, he'd probably turn me into a piece of modern art against the window. And that's really what the youth are into these days. Hey, the results speak for themselves. Whatever he's thinking about, it's got nothing to do with his work. I think I have a pretty good idea on what it could be, though. Mr. Ferris? Do you got no swag? Huh? Well, I guess that probably answers it. I admit to being a little gray. I'm aware I'm not exactly with it anymore. Well, even the older generation can dress to impress. You just have to see what people today like to wear. Certainly willing to listen to the youth of today, yes. It is somewhat important to my job to know what student body thinks. He said, "You got no swag, bro?" And my niece often suggests dressing more relaxed, whatever that means. Does she ever see you in casual clothes? I'm wearing them now. I could save him. The rest of the trip was quick, but we continued with small talk about trends. When we arrived at my stop, he attempts to give me his business card. Someone whose mere presence could stop a fight, he seems like a genuinely nice fellow. I look forward to talking to him again. Oh God, those burritos were a mistake. My stomach is roiling after the warm-ups. All right, maggots, today we're working on your cardiovascular system. By that, I mean a good old-fashioned mile run. I want everyone out on the track field yesterday. I notice Damien's mouth opens as soon as Coach Solly yells the words. And no, Damien, that doesn't mean I want you to time travel. Unless, of course, you mean running so fast that you hit 88 miles an hour. And quickly, just as quickly, Damien shuts his mouth again and shoots Solly a thumbs up. Nah, he's real. He's real as fuck. Solly lets out only replies to let out a snort. Double time now, cupcakes. There's no hesitation from me this time. I follow the rest of the class and do the run Solly wanted. He was legitimately about to be like, as expected, I rapidly fell behind the pack. Hey, Inko, nice of you to drop by. How you doing? Damien, what are you doing back here? Keeping my new buddy company, of course. What are you doing? Trying not to vomit. You're doing great then. Thanks, I guess. Shouldn't you be at the very front of the pack, though? Next to Mia? Nah, man, not her. Mia? You know, the one who knocked you out yesterday. A brief flashback reminds me of the red Parasaurus. Ah, her. By the by, glad to see you're doing way better today. Even up and running. Yeah, glad I didn't wind up with permanent brain damage. Hey, question. What happened yesterday normal around here? Well, Mia's a wild one, that's for sure. Best not to mess with her, unless you're into those kind of chicks. In which case, be my guest. Yeah! As for Solly, yeah, he's always like that. You'll get used to it, though. He ain't a bad guy once he warms up to you. If you say so. Hey, don't worry, man. You're going to fit in no time flat. In fact, you should sit with us at lunch. That way, we can give you the proper welcome and stuff. Lunch? I mean... Inko, Damien, don't fall behind! Solly's voice snaps me from our mini stupor and makes me realize just how far behind Damien and I had fallen behind the rest of the class. Whoops, better catch up with the others before Solly brings out the punitive measure. Excuse me, the what? You don't want to find out, brother. Trust me. What? Come on, dude, let's jet. Before I can say another word, Damien gets behind me and starts pushing me forward, forcing my legs to move faster than they should ever have. I have to struggle not to trip over myself, but somehow I managed to keep up the pace that Damien was forcing my whole body to maintain. 5 minutes and 3 more laps later, I fall flat on my ass, heart beating so fast and lungs burning so fiercely that every breath feels like sandpaper scraping against my throat. Regardless of that, though, I finished the jog. First small step towards conquering my physical weakness. Good job, maggots. Keep this up and you'll be soldiers yet. Sully turns to me with a slight grin and shoots me a thumbs up. Okay, that's all for today. Hit the lockers, cupcakes. I'm like, said. Damien helps me back up and I join the rest of the male students as we head back to the locker room. We talk a bit more about our interests in other school matters on the way. Damien filling me on a bit of St. Hammond's history during the 3 years he'd been in attendance. By a bit of luck, our lockers aren't that far apart from one another, but our conversation isn't a real possibility considering all the other ones going on in the relatively cramped locker rooms. There isn't really that much more time to chat before the bell rings for our next class switch. And we got that shit on. I wave goodbye to Damien and start looking for my next class. Don't forget, lunch with the buds. I nod in reply as I turn around and head down the hall towards my next class. Ugh. Flipping words around. Making my way down the hall, I take notice of the surroundings. Though everything about the school seemed pretty normal, there are some key modifications made to suit the majority of the student body. Mainly water fountains that settle a good 10 or more feet above me. Overall, nothing crazy special. This next class I'm sort of looking forward to, AP Art Design. This class looks like a studio classroom on the second floor. Part of the school here is built to be both inside and outside with open ceilings and walls here and there. Since it's also the art wing, the display pictures are coated in hydrophobic layers and framed. Although since it's the start of the year, the halls are freshly cleared, waiting to be filled with the semesters as the semesters pass. Of course, there's no shortage of drains. This hall in particular is displayed predominantly in the school's advertising material for some reason. The carefully and expertly built dynamic between the surrounding nature, the school, and even the building materials themselves are nothing less than mystical. I can already feel the creative juices flowing. Soon enough, I'm just standing outside the door to my next class. Much like the wall outside, it's decorated in various colors and patterns, each corner painted and tagged by different students. I barely step foot inside before the bell rings. Since I was the last one in, all but one of the other seats were taken. It's pretty close to the front. While many of the students look well prepared, some are really clearly ready to fall asleep within the next few minutes. Then there's the teacher. He's standing up by the board waiting for me to finish looking around and take a seat. Since he isn't urging me to look for a seat, he must be used to new students taking it all in. This must be the art teacher. Somehow he looks young and old at the same time. Well, I don't want to hold up class for too long. Trying not to take the teacher's hospitality for granted, I take the seat closest to me in the front row. Even with me sitting down, the art teacher still continues to idle, instead staring at the seated students with a hazy stare. Nobody else seems to be paying attention to him, save for the few people here and there. A few students are whispering something behind me. Where was he yesterday? Hey, I'm not complaining about less work. Yeah, but on the first day? Huh. So in a way, it's the teacher's first day as well. So I didn't miss anything in this class. That's pretty cool, actually. The teacher slams the front desk with both of his fists, the sound echoing through the room. It's the signal for all auxiliary conversations to cease, and the class obeys. Despite the sudden furniture abuse, the teacher doesn't look agitated. Rather, he's got a massive grin on his face. The phrase winning smile comes to mind. All right then. The pale pterodactyl holds what looks like to be a metallic tray on a stick. Good morning, class. Thank you, Raptor Jesus, for forcing me to wear prescription shades. My classmates are all wincing in pain and wiping at their eyes. Welcome to AP Art Design. He holds up the stick haphazardly. This is a flashband. Saw it in an antique store yesterday. Thought it'd be a good introduction. It's not important. Worthless, actually. The class winces as the stick is chucked into the garbage bin and shattered. Excuse my absence yesterday. I had matters to take care of elsewhere. My name is Mr. Acadian. Mr. I. In the blink of an eye, the teacher has replaced the sun on a stick with a fancy marker and managed to scrawl his name across the board in the finest show of calligraphy. And I shall be your guide as we explore the expanse of the creative world. Let's not dilly-dally then, shall we? For a teacher, he's very animated. This first week, we'll be going in-depth on the history of the fundamentals of art. Perhaps a little trial by fire as well to get your creative juices flowing. There's murmurs from my classmates, though I pay them no mind. In fact, the prospect of doing some creative work to create something that I could possibly show off, for a brief moment, I picture my own name on a placard in the hallway outside of the principal's office. For now, though, I'd like you all to open up your book to page 3. Right, my book. Wait, what book? Wait. Looking around, I see that everyone else has a novel-sized hardcover book open. Oh, they must have gotten them yesterday. Now then, class, we'll be starting with, hesitantly, I raise my hand. Mr. I, sir? I don't have a book yet. You don't have a... How? The substitute passed them all out yesterday. His eyes flicker open a second as he connects some internal dots. The word on the street is that some new kid got concussed so hard he had to leave early. Did the street at least mention I was doing well before that? Oh, of course not. You're Mr. Nito then. Yes, sir. Given the circumstance, I'll let it slide. For now, why don't you share with one of your classmates? After class, I'll write you a note that you can give to the librarian. Thank you, sir. I kind of regret being so late, but because the only person I could realistically share it with is the person to my side. So, hey. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wasn't she the one speeding through the hallway yesterday? Just like back then, I could feel her gaze, piercing and cold, as if she's not even seeing me next to her. Would it be okay to share the book? It'll only be for today. Instead of a verbal response, she lets out a defeated low groan, like I just spit at her cereal. She then huddles back over her page. Well, gee, sorry I asked. It's only the first day, maybe I won't even need it. Olivia, come on, share with him this one time. I already told him I'd personally resolve the issue, so just help me out here, alright? She responds by making a show of sighing deeply while rolling her head back and around. Ordinarily, there'd be a groan with the gesture, but she remains silent. Her head hangs low in defeat, and she nudges the book a few centimeters closer to me. Thanks? I slide my desk closer to her, just enough so I can read the page. While I teach her or rates the page as if reading The Death of a Hunter, I follow along while simultaneously trying to capture anything that stands out in my notebook. A lot more difficult than expected, as Mr. I seemed to put emphasis on every word he spoke. I felt like I was just copying the page wholesale. My eyes turned from the book to the girl's notes, and there's some very murderous looking claws on her fingertips. For a split second, I see them retract. She wipes her fingertips on a small towel and, whoa, the claws extend again into a bright red puddle on her desk. A singular red colored claw is pressed on her paper for a moment, then quickly tugged, twirled, and twisted, leaving behind a bright red cursive sentence on her page. Cool. Those silver irises flick my way once more. What? What you doing? That looks pretty cool. A hint of red creeps across the girl's cheeks. She looks back at the book and hunches her shoulders as high as she humanly, dinally can. Huh? She's now leaning over her notes too. She's even using the book as extra protection for the pages. I should be focusing on my own notes, yeah. Impossible task though, as the colorful calligraphy next to me has piqued my curiosity. The quill talent continues to delicately etch notes onto the page, and it only leaves the page to dip into what looks like a tiny paint palette at the edge of her desk. So does her claw, is her claws like the fucking, that pen that has like the multiple colors? I'm guessing the claws extend again. Now there's a faint rumbling. Hey. I hadn't mean to get caught up in it. Sorry, I wait for her to give me a name. She doesn't. She simply returns her focus to the book between us. I wonder what her deal is. In either case, I turn my attention back to class. I hope I can make up for lost time. It's hard to ignore the Gator girl though. Especially when those icy gray eyes of hers feel like icicles poised to stab through me. Hey, wait a second. Those hand motions. She's not writing anything right now. She's drawing. Well, it's none of my business. But I am rather curious. I make a show of leaning back to yawn. Now I can see it's... Whoa, it's a calligraphic doodle of me. There's no mistaking it. That's my jacket and sunglasses. That's pretty cool. Nobody's ever really drawn me before. Well, there was those others on the first day of school, but that's different. They weren't using their own claws or ink. Oh man, I can't wait to ask. I can't wait. I gotta ask for a closer look. Hey, your picture is super cool. Can I see it? She glares at me. She glares me in the eyes, but slowly brings out the sheaf she was doodling on. With the paper more visible, I can just barely make out all the important details. The line work is sharp, each stroke an organic curve, and that when combined formed what had to be me. It even had my glasses in the negative space of the head. Though, what was with the multiple very swervy lines coming out of my drawing's head? Dude, this is great! She rolls her eyes and starts retracting the page. Can I take a picture of it? I pause. Why? Nobody's ever done something like that for me. I want to remember it. She passes the paper over to me. It's yours. Oh, really? Thanks. Don't mention it. But don't. She's nice. After a grueling period made worse by my own anxiety, the bell rings and sets us free. Finally, freedom at last. Just stay for a minute longer, Inko. I get some sideways glances from the other students as they leave, no doubt suspecting I'm the teacher's pet already. With a few strokes from his pen, Mr. I hands me a note. Just show this to the librarian and she'll hand you your books. On your way now. A quick trip to the library earns me my missing books. I even got a fancy laminated library card. I's introduction to the class certainly has me excited for photography next. First stop though, lunch. Can't take pictures on an empty stomach. Between my lackluster breakfast and gym class, I'm starving. Despite my hunger though, I'm stopped dead in my tracks as I look around for the cafeteria. For a place to sit. Oh my god. You animals! This whole place is overtaken by lawless anarchy. I've never seen a riot this intense. Few students have even crawled halfway up the wall, hanging by the decorative vines. Food flies about everywhere, utilized as ammunition. Food flies about everywhere, utilized as ammunitions rather than as sustenance. And yet the security guard by the door isn't moving. This must be acceptable? I shudder to think about what would be bad enough to warrant him taking action. Never seen anything like this at any of my old schools. But more importantly, all the cliques have already formed from the previous day. I missed my chance to sit with anybody. Brother, Damien. Where's Damien? Find him. Wait, it's only the second day. Why am I acting as though it's too late for anything? That's right, lock in. Yo, Nico! I'm shoulder checked from behind from what feels like an oversized fist or undersized boulder. If it wasn't already by a wall, I would have been sent sprawling or made into roadkill. When I turned about, I met with Damien's toothy grin. Ow, what? What, you already forgot about me? You don't gotta be anywhere, right? Yeah. You stuttered. Come on, we're going. You stuttered. Come on, we're going somewhere. May as well, right? Damien excitedly motions at me to follow through the traffic of students going about the lunchroom. Peering in through the crowd, waving me over, disappearing again like he's outrunning something. It's a good thing I hadn't got my own lunch yet. It'd be dumped on the ground about 3 elbows and a slap ago. Though, through the clamoring, I hear something about a turf war restarting with the new year, and that the Megalodons will continue to rule. It's so loud! Somewhere mixed in is the undeniable sound of a steel chair clattering up the ground. This place is an actual war zone now. How on earth is Damien able to weave through these guys so easily? Eventually, he leads me to the far corner of the room and to his usual lunch table. Oh my God, it's so weird to hear now. Hey, you're alive. I think one of my ribs is cracked. That's just the school spirit you're feeling. Ugh. I feel less like a person and more like a well-used punching bag. I finished stretching my wounded back and actually checked the table. It's basically empty. There's only one other person here. Let's go! The Gator girl gives an unamused, raised brow. Hey, you. Oh, snap, you know Olivia? Olivia, right, yeah. The one and only. Why didn't you tell me you've met already? Because I only sort of did. We're in the same class. Oh, okay, I get it now. Still, that sounds awesome. All my lunch buddies are artists. All? Oh yeah, there's usually a third in our group, but she's out screwing around in school business. She'll probably be back tomorrow. Student council stuff can't take that long, right? What's she need with the student council? Oh, she doesn't need anything with the student council. She's in it. She's the treasurer. The treasurer? Something like that. What do you think, Olivia? Olivia just grunts in reply. She doesn't even bother to look up from her lunch tray. Aren't you an artist too, Damien? Nah, I don't got the patience to sit around for hours like that. You're not taking advantage of the art programs here? Don't really need them. Home's just real close by. Only other artist here today is Olivia. His arms wave over Olivia as if he was presenting her at an auction or something. For her part, the Gator girl just grunts again. Well, what do you do then, Olivia? Finally, she looks up, turning an indifferent look my way. Did she say something? What was that? The ambient war noises are a bit too loud. I can't hear a thing. Sorry, I can't hear anything you're saying over the... Don't sweat it, she's just a real quiet type. I paint! Whoa, hey! Holy hell, her voice sounds so raspy, as if she'd never drunk a drop of water in her life. Guess I hadn't noticed before when she gave those one-syllable responses, but for someone's voice to be strained from a single shout? She furrows her brow and looks back down at her lunch. Oh snap, we've been standing around for a while. He sits back in his own seat and takes a huge bite of mystery meat steak. Right, food. After the workout and poor breakfast today, I'm particularly famished now. But the line, all eyes look to where the lunch line should be. It's become a full-blown riot. Someone's got a fire extinguisher trying to stop it. Oh, I probably should have waited for you to get yours. Oops. Jamie returns to his steak rather aggressively. Who am I to question dino etiquette and the act of using one's foot to anchor the food for tearing? Suddenly, the sound of squeaking rubber draws both of our attention towards Olivia. She's holding on to one of her wheels, having just skidded it across the granite floor. Oh, what's up? She tilts her head back towards the courtyard door behind us. Looks like there's a few vending machines out there. I guess I'll check them out. I leave the group behind to go and try and get lunch. That's nice. Not a fan of soda and chips for a meal, but it's enough for wartime survival. Hey, this thing accepts credit cards. Handy. I'm feeling like... Goddamn, pretending to be on a diet baked chip. I'm a huge fucking idiot. I'm feeling like a huge fucking idiot. I'm going to get a sports drink. Pretending to be on a diet baked chips. I'm feeling like my favorite color is drywall store brand soda. Okay, let's pretend to be on a diet, I guess. Pick out a few other brands I recognize, enough to tie me over for the rest of the school day. I bend to pick up the bags of the dispenser slot, and that green chick's looking at me. She notices me gazing at her and hunches over again hurriedly. What's that all about? Right, making new friends. I buy a few extra sodas for the table. Carrying everything back in both arms, I place them on an empty spot, sliding a can of soda to Damien. He looks at me like I've just tossed him a gold bar. Whoa, dude! The Dilo boy's mouth opens wide as he chops on the bottom of the can, his fangs piercing the thin metal and spraying the contents down his gullet. I toss them over to Olivia as well. She eyes it as though it were booby-trapped before taking a bag of chips. Damien sighs happily as he chucks the shredded remains of his can away. Caffeine ambrosia. What were we talking about before? Olivia's art, right. She's really good, Inky, like you wouldn't believe. Can you at least stick to a nickname? Really? Oh, totally. She's like won awards and stuff. She has? Can I see them? In fact, I could snap some glamour shots for you. No need, dude. I already got pictures on my phone. No, I mean, hold on. I picked my backpack up from the floor, unzipping it and retrieving my beloved camera from it. I'm actually into photography. The Dino Man reaches for the well-aged DSLR. Not instinct, I swat his hand away. Hey! Sorry, force of habit. What do you think, Olivia? She eyes me up and down with the same furrowed brow. Are you the guy that ate dirt in the gym yesterday? Yep, no. I was like, is that a selection thing? I'm like, she gave me a quick dirty glance for it. What do I look like? We're returning to look at Olivia. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad. It wasn't. And how does everyone seem to know about it? Damien looks aside sheepishly. I may have had a hand in spreading the story around. I thought it was funny. Don't worry though, everyone has some embarrassing story. One time I got my frills stuck in the bathroom stall. I didn't need to know that. Took him an hour to get it out. See, everyone's got something. Olivia pops a chip in a jar, face looking out to nowhere as if she's thinking of something. Damien leans close to me, as if one of his fills extends to hide from Olivia. Dude, I haven't seen her talk this much during lunch since last year. She said 3 things and one of them was a grunt. Why the secrecy? It's like a secret meeting. Those are cool. Uh-huh. But yeah, this is something else. She's really warming up to you, I could tell. He sits back down properly. Honestly, this whole thing is a little creepy. She's probably not a bad person to talk to, but Damien isn't helping any. See, here I am to make new friends this year. This is definitely not how I thought it would pan out. Maybe it's the best that I get through lunch quickly and quietly. At least I have a spot to sit during lunch, not like I have any other options. Ah, there you are, Inko. A voice rings out to greet me, which catches our attention. I see a familiar, bespectacled face walk over to us with a lunch tray in his hands. Glad to see you made it to lunch this time. Hey Ben, I'm guessing you and Inky here have already met. I introduced myself after I bumped into him the other day. Speaking of bumps, did you see? You should have seen Inky here yesterday. Oh my god. Davey lets out a cackle and slaps me on the back, igniting the gym pains in my body, almost knocking my glasses off. Ben gives a concerned half smile. This must be my eternal torment for the rest of the semester. Yeah, about yesterday. Ben looks down to the aisle, chatting students and signals to someone with his head. Standing 10 feet away from us is an imposing looking dinosaur girl, with blonde hair, crimson scales, sporting a fiery red leather jacket. Ben motions for her to come closer with a soft smile on his face and nod. And she smiles back, though her own is noticeably strained. Okay, I'm here. Slowly makes her way over, and I notice how some of the students begin to quiet down as she passes them by. Swoop. If I speak, I'm in trouble. As she gets closer, her intense presence invades me. And even though we were about the same height, I feel like an ant about to get crunched under her boot. Hold up. Binkus, bonkus. All right. I understand it now. As she gets closer, her presence invades me. Even though we're about the same height, I feel like I'm about to get crushed under her boot. Somewhere in me, a synapse connects to her face to me tasting bright red rubber yesterday. I really wish I hadn't. Inko, Mia here has something to say to you. Mia stays silent, but strides on the last couple steps to rigidly stand in front of me. She sucks air through her teeth. Sorry. The corner of the girl's lips start to rise. I didn't mean to knock your lights out. Behind her, I notice Ben wincing. Girl lets out a laugh and lays her arm around my shoulder, her smile growing wide once more. Heat creeps along my face as her nose nears my ears, especially when a puff of hot air blows by the lobe. The heat is torn away though when I feel her fingers dig roughly into my shoulder, and a sharp hiss of a whisper scrapes my eardrum. That ball was me being nice, Baldy. Screw the class over again, and I'll fucking end you. Nodding and understanding, Mia pushes me away from with a small cheer. See, all clear now, Benny boy. Mia, that's not quite. Boo, you know who I am. Her eyes flutter as she looks his way. Yes, I know, but you promised you would be nicer. I know, and I was. So I'll be. Why you just a bald nigga? Don't know. I was saying earlier, like, man, I'm just Northern Lion, man. See you later tonight, Betty. Just like we promised. Like, literally, they have not explained, like, why humans are so rare. Well, I mean, they don't really have to, honestly. Just like we promised. But, like, it's like when you show up at the school, everyone's like, oh, shit, a human. And it's like, what? She waves us off collectively and backs into the crowd, vanishing before either one of us could fully process her words and actions. If I speak, I am trouble. About Mia, by the way. If I speak, I am in trouble. Damien nudges my side. Dude, I think she likes you. Ben sighs. Sorry about that, Inko. I heard earlier about what happened to PE and connected the dots. Mia comes off as rough around the edges, but she's actually really sweet. I talked to her more about it later. You and her, huh? Yeah, since the start of high school. The classic jock and nerd pairing. Sounds like you're living the dream. You know it. But yeah, sorry your first impression of her isn't ideal. It's fine. It's just dodgeball. Not like she was looking to do something. Yeah. Damien? Damien looks up from the rest of his meal, having selectively heard his name. Could you not spread rumors about your fellow classmates? No worries. Nico and I are cool. That still doesn't make it right. Sure. Yes, sir. Yeah. Ben gives a lazy salute. Fucking. Deconfirm the Joker TV show? Thank you. Ben merely sighs as he places his tray on the table and makes himself comfortable on the seat next to me. As he settles in, Ben notices my camera still out on the table. Oh, is this your camera, Inko? Oh yeah, I was showing it to Damien and Olivia earlier. May I? I feel my instincts kick in for a moment before remembering Ben also works with a camera. Sure, have a look. I watch as Ben gingerly picks up my camera and gives it a thorough inspection. I must say, as far as standard DSLRs go, yours is a very good quality. It's nothing too special really. I just picked something up something I picked up a while back. Well, you got a good taste in camera models. He hands me back my camera, to which I place back into my backpack. Thanks. Something like that, it'd be easy to get some great shots. Well, I do have a small collection on a portfolio drive. Portfolio? Ah man, I just got mine a month ago. But you got like a dozen pieces to choose from for the New Year's contest, art contest. The what? He missed that announcement. What announcement? School has the annual contest at the start of every new year. The winner gets a small cash prize, but the bigger prize is the fact that the winner's piece is submitted for publication in a couple big time magazines. Hey, come back! Oh wow, that sounds awesome. Of course, that means that a lot of students plan ahead and work all summer for something to submit. Did you do anything for it, Ben? You know it. Well, good luck. Liz said she turned in the perfect piece yesterday. Okay, now I'm interested. Finally, a chance to show my real skill in something I'm good at. Hey, Olivia could help you out. With your shots and her art, you two could totally win. Right, Olivia? Olivia? Yeah, see, I noticed because I am a perceptive person. We all turned our heads to Olivia, only realized that she's disappeared. When did she leave? Confused, I scan around the cafeteria. My eyes manage to spot her through the crowd of students. She's rolling away towards the cafeteria doors and quickly. Just like that, I lose sight of her as fast as I'd seen her. I turn to look at Damien and Ben. Damien not only looks puzzled, but also disappointed for some reason. Ben, meanwhile, well, he almost looks annoyed that Olivia left. Guess she hasn't changed. So it seems. The venomous stings to his word makes it feel like there's more going on than I'm aware of. I decide not to try to pry into it and instead bring the conversation back. Well, I still want to try. You can upload your submissions on the school website. Oh, then I'll need an account.
You don't have one? Don't think so. I've been told they give me all the stuff by the end of the week. Sounds about right. Seriously, it takes about 5 minutes at most to deal with that. Then why wait? Nobody wants to deal with it. Guess I'll wait then. Then scratches the side of his head. I think there's someone in Stuco that could actually help you out. It's the treasurer's duty today. That's where Liz ended up. I don't know any names, so maybe? I guess I'll go meet Liz sooner rather than later. I think I'll take care of that before lunch is over then. See you in class, Ben. Sure thing. Later, Damien. Deuces, man. Tell Liz I said hi. I grab some of the leftover snacks from the table in my backpack and head out of the cafeteria. Finally, I can show off my skills, show that I'm as capable as an artist as anyone else here. Let's go! The computer lab is an offshoot room from our library. As for the library itself, aside from an expected emphasis on anatomy, drawing guides, and the like, it's pretty standard. Not to brag, but the school I was at for my freshman and junior years had a library with 2 floors. Why is a sub on mobile, but PC is 6? Wait, what? Not to brag, but the school I was at for my freshman and junior years, there's a library with 2 floors. 2 floors. Probably should have read a thing or two about with all those resources. I'm getting off topic. The computer lab is the focus. The calm tranquility of the library is overtaken by the organized sterility of the lab. 40 standardized sets of computers and monitors line the walls, forming a panopticon around the desk reserved for the teacher in the middle. I remember them being organized differently in elementary school, but for a few years now, I've been seeing this formation. Sounds to me like someone got caught too many times working on more risque art pieces. That's crazy. With all the monitors turned on, but only one's logged in. Weird, there's nobody here. Damien Ben said Liz would be here, though. Maybe she's in the bathroom? That is weird. Here. Not one to pry and super around, but I'm really pressed for time here. On screen, I open PDFs and documents. They look finance related and filled with abbreviations and jargons I don't understand. Maybe I can figure out how to create my account on my own? Oh, what are you doing? Ah! Haunted high school? I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, thank Christ. It's just a dino girl with an extremely long neck and not a specter. No, really, what are you doing to the fiscal report I was working on? I didn't do anything. If I speak, I am in trouble. I'm working on that all day. Why did you touch it? I didn't. I only minimized it, I swear. Right, I'm here for a reason. Are you Liz? The Brachiosaurus furiously reopens all her windows and for a while types out some information before acknowledging me again. Excuse me? Ben sent me. Damien told me about you. You know what? Yeah, Damien told me about you. I met Damien. He said I'd have to wait for you to sort out my login stuff. Damien mentioned me? Oh, you're the guy that got smeared into the ground in class yesterday. Fuck! Yeah, I'm Liz. Yo, she's fucking freaky, dude. Whoa. Inco. But yeah, I'm new here, so I need an account. No problem at all. Liz sits down and cracks her knuckles as she starts typing away at the keyboard. Alright, I'll see if I can get that done for you. In a flourishing display of spreadsheet software experience, Liz navigates and organizes several documents in seconds. I've always had the general idea that there were a lot of shortcuts and commands, but yeesh, she's resourceful. So you're an artist too? Since you want to enter the contest so bad. Oh yeah, I'm a photographer. Yeah, how you liking it here so far? Students here usually jump about asking what they're graduating, asking about what they're graduating here for, so they can more easily form connections and collaborate. So excuse me if I might be going too fast. Thank you, Alex, for the tier 1 subscription. Thank you. For 2 months. 2 months, yes! No, not at all. A bit more at ease now that you just explained it. It's pretty good, although I feel bad about missing most of the first day. It's not that big a deal. Guess not. Mobile up the price? That's crazy. Guess not. Wait, why though? That's cool. That's weird. Is that yours? Wait a minute. The krill. I didn't read that. No, those. I get what you mean. I think it was like that by design, honestly. Something about breaking the students' egos. That's not yours. That looks funny though. Then you end up wanting to improve like crazy so you can reach your goals. At least that's what happened to me. I'm planning on going to university and getting degrees in design and business. And that's just the start. I'm also starting to become an apprentice for art dealings, getting the right paintings for the right people. My tutor said I'm impressive enough to start enrolling for any and all the important universities in the country I'd like. Wow. I mean, that's pretty well off I'm also pretty well off myself, but it also never occurred to me that I should be this ambitious. Thank you. What about you? Going to be an influencer, blogger, and be crazy popular. I'm going to publish a photography magazine. I don't know, but it's going to be big. I'm gonna be an influencer blogger and be like a crazy popular. He's gonna hate me, dude. Yeah. Well, it's something. At least more than a lot of people here. What do you mean? Like, half the school may as well just be in a daycare. Sorry if that sounds rude. We've got these school programs and even industry professionals coming in for lectures, but it's like some of the people here are just because their friends happen to be here too. No big plans, it seems. Yeah. Wait, you mean like Damien? Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned it. He's still cool though, don't get me wrong. I hope me talking about him to you like this doesn't come across as douchey. He's definitely the friendly type. He even partnered with me in gym class and dragged me along to sit with him at lunch. Is that so? Yeah, he was really excited about it too. And then he introduced you to Olivia as well and tried to break the ice so she could come out of her shell? Yeah, how'd you know? Oh boy, I'm sorry about that, Inko. What, is Damien messing with me? No, Damien's great. He's just maybe a little too eager. If he considers you a friend to him, he'll want you to be our friend too. Specifically, he'll want you to be Olivia's friend. What's wrong with that? Nothing at all. But you've seen Olivia. You can tell you can probably tell she's a bit unresponsive. Doesn't really like to talk to anyone, not even Damien. So you can definitely try to be your friend, but you just know she'll most likely ignore you. You don't like Olivia? What? No, I do. She's fine, I guess. I sit with her during lunch after all. I'm sure you'll get along with us just fine. And hey, I'd love to see Olivia make a friend. Just don't get too invested in trying to get her to warm up. All right, pumpkin. Okay, and then you just run away. Hold on. Get over here. Okay, hold on. There you go. Damien will always be down to hang out, though. I certainly don't mind. It's just that him and Olivia are nigh inseparable. So if the deal turns you off, then it's not your fault either. There's history to that warning. Inseparable? So are they like girlfriend and boyfriend? No. They just live in the same house. Damien's also just incredibly patient and outgoing. I envy him. But yeah, he would like nothing more than everyone getting along like best buddies. So unless you're like Damien, you can be pleasant to a brick wall forever. Your time is probably better spent elsewhere. So, how serious are you about your ambitions? Pretty serious, I think. Liz nods. Something to keep in mind then. It's a struggle. But like Damien says, we gotta keep trying, right? What you looking at? Looking at something, man. Okay, figure it out. Liz gives me a half-hearted smile, but she still seems sad about something. Anyway, sorry for talking your ear off about private matters. You still want to get that submission turned in? She stops for a second on one tab to scan for something. And got it. She motions her head back to the back of the room at the printer as it hums to life. Oh, hi, pumpkin. I get up and get the paper. Both my username and passwords here are strings of numbers. I take the snapshot of the username and password so I don't have to remember it. Thanks. Anyways, you should hurry. Lunch is ending soon. If I speak, I am in trouble. Right, according to the time display on the monitor, I only got 10 minutes left. I followed the instructions on the printout, finally getting to the student hub of the site. And thankfully, the art contest is displayed prominently across it. Clicking through a couple links, I finally find the submission instructions. Simply a matter of putting my entry details as the name of the file and dragging it into the school's shared drive. Plugging in my portfolio drive, I create a copy of my magnum opus. Then a quick rename, drag it here, and just in time. I take the extra minute to safely undock my hard drive, then log off the computer. Looking back to Liz, she's completely wrapped up in her work. I don't think interrupting her is a good idea, especially after what I said about Olivia in our own time, or after what she said. I opt to simply leave her be, heading out of the room in the library for class. After all, oh my god, hold on, there's so much hair. And the cats are all getting their winter coats. Getting hair everywhere, man. It's all in my hair. I gotta take it back and I gotta do like a shower where like I just shampoo and get all this shit out. But after all, it's time for the class I've been looking forward to the most. This day is certainly turning out better than yesterday. Hope I didn't just jinx it for myself. Let's just say this is a lot better than yesterday. Widowy. My nerves have been acted up when I first stepped back into the classroom. It made it even worse when I was hit with another flashbang. After my 20 other classmates had finished laughing, Mr. I made a show of waving a freshly taken photo from a fancy fold-up camera from the 70s. There it is. I dubbed this portrait Dead to the own sun poils. After he thumbtacked the shot on a corkboard filled with poor snapshots of everyone else, Mr. I reassured me and sat me right next to Ben. Brian. He managed to sum up his syllabus in under a minute. Sorry. Instead, taking the majority of the time to go over our first lesson assignment on exposure and lighting. With each new light fixture he brought out and explained, I felt my mind swirl faster with new possibilities of old shots. Only I had that then, or if I could have used that there. Now you have a small taste of it. We'll start on your first photography assignment. Proper lighting. I'm salivating at the thought. Mr. I had just finished his first lesson where he'd hand out all sorts of equipment to look over. It's the first time I've handled some of these things, like the enormous box light that was still taking up the entirety of my desk. Remember though, that these are just tools meant to enhance the photo. You can highlight a turd all you want, it's still a turd. The crude language guarantees a chortle from a few half-listening students. The teacher looks over the clock and hums. Well, I see that my man has finished his lecture a tad bit early. Why don't you all take these last 10 minutes to compare notes, maybe even consider doing the assignment as a collab piece with a classmate. As the room is quick to fill with the sound of chatter. I wonder if Hey. I turn to Ben and see his eager grin. You want to do a joint piece since you don't know any good spots in the school and all? I pull out the assignment sheet from beneath the lightweight light on my desk and give it a quick scan again. Present a set of photos demonstrating your understanding of proper lighting. You are allowed to borrow one lighting tool and must take the shot on school premises. And I swear, I've handed this assignment for years now, and if one more student just takes a picture of the hallway outside the classroom, I'm going to personally throw them over the railing. Be original, please. I got the perfect place for it. If we could work together, we can even use 2 items. The offer is too tempting. Sure. I've held out my hand, and Ben takes and shakes it, sealing the pact. My face is feeling weird from all the smiling today. But in truth, I'm enjoying Mr. I's class so much that I couldn't stop. Feels like the entire world to gain from Mr. I's lesson. The entire world to explore, seeing as ever since the move I hadn't had time to actually explore Volcadero Bluffs. Sure, on occasion I go on my own, the parks and stuff, but who doesn't? Besides, I'd be pretty lame photographer if I didn't go out and find stuff to photograph. And you know what? I've been meaning to do a little looking around here. So that everyone else, this assignment makes them have to explore the school, but I get to. Pretty sweet deal if I do say so myself. The hall outside the classroom is one major photo op, and between that, the murals outside, I'm certain to find something cool. No, the murals won't work on their own. Since it was my first thought to use them, that means likely someone else's first thought. I need to think outside the box a bit and pick up somewhere to use the school's architecture to my advantage in a way that go! My thoughts are disrupted by a worried-looking Ben. Maybe you should see a doctor, man. Head injuries are no laughing matter. I'm fine. What were you saying? I'm asking how you were doing, with school and classes now. Oh, right. Doing good. Really good, actually. I'm in a class that I'm 100% enjoying and starting to make some genuine friendships. Compared to the disaster of yesterday, today has been astoundingly positive. That's good to hear. Yeah, I've even got some friends now. Great. Oh, what about your art submission? Was Liz able to help? There was something nibbling at the corner of my thoughts at the mention of the long-necked girl. Yeah, she gave me my login stuff and everything. Uploading the submission was a piece of cake after all. Can I press space? I can press space. Okay, there we go. Awesome. That makes you competition now. Both Liz and I have pieces in the running too. She told me that she had submitted something. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned since I didn't have much time at all to prepare anything, but hey, everyone's got a chance. You never know. Yeah, she was pretty cool about it too. That whole friend group is pretty welcoming. I think I'm pretty lucky. Lucky? Ben seems perplexed by my statement. He said something at lunch when Olivia vanished. I'm noticing for a silent paraplegic, she has a lot of people upset. You got some hidden drama with her too? No, not really. Wait, two? Who? Mr. I calls out to us, striding over to inspect. I take it you gentlemen are conversing about your assignment together? Oh, of course, Mr. I. We're just discussing where we take our picture, right, Ben? Well, that's good then. Good thing you guys weren't talking about something off topic, like gossip. That'd be pretty embarrassing to use your time right off the bat, I think. Especially considering you're the subject of some fairly humorous gossip, aren't you, Mr. Nito? I'm awash in this wave of shame from his words. I look at Ben and I can see he feels it as well. The air around someone needs clearing, clear it yourself. Mr. I has a point. Maybe once a friendship is established, I can learn more about her. All right, off you go now. And remember, get your assignment done by the end of the week. The room empties out slowly, and most of my peers are still chatting and discussing their plans for the assignment. Whoop. Before I can continue talking with Ben about our own project, the Stu co-president is already packed up and exiting the room. Guess we'll talk later then. Packing up my own notebook, I wave goodbye to my new favorite teacher and head off to my next class. I imagine Mr. I's voice is like Whis. Whis? I don't like dinosaurs very much. Walking into history class for the first time, it's about what I expect to look like. Pictures of historical figures, small relics from various regions, and cartography of the Earth during its stages of continental drift. Though I noticed there's a distinct lack of a teacher in the class. Must be finishing up their lunch, I assume. Well, better get a good seat now before they're all taken. Eeny, meeny, eeny, meeny, miny. This one. I settle myself into chosen desk and pull out my history book and notebook along with a pencil. As the classroom fills with more and more students, it becomes a blur of vibrant scales. A few minutes pass and I'm still wondering where the teacher is. The suddenness of the door slamming open stops any and all noise. It's quiet enough to hear a pin drop. The figure walks into the classroom and, oh, motherfucker, he's the history teacher. No, fuck! He stands there and stares down at everyone menacingly. He's the history teacher too. I mean, If I speak, I am in trouble. Is it? That's the They made a dinosaur version of the what's-her-face from Team Fortress 2. Thanks for walking me to my classroom, Solly. Of course, Miss Prockling. Oh, thank Raptor Jesus he is our teacher. The Raptor woman adjusts her glasses as she scans around the room before looking down the paperwork in her hands. Looks like we'll have some late arrivals, but let's get down to business. I know that I introduced myself yesterday, but for any of those who weren't here, her momentary glance at me makes me believe Sully told her about my absence. My name is Miss Prockling, and this is history class. In this course, we'll be learning about our history of our primeval ancestors and their advancements throughout history. You can even say that it'll be like going back in time. Doesn't that sound exciting? Despite her admittedly forced enthusiasm, everyone in the class responds with uninterested murmuring. Not sure why though, this all sounds exciting. She walks over to her desk and places down a pile of photos before flipping open her own special version of the history book. With the click of a button, she also turns on the projector to reveal a prepared slideshow for today's lecture. To learn about the extensive history of Saurians and their culture is something I've yearned for. This is where we get our explanations, man. If you could turn your books to page 36, we'll begin with the first chapter detailing the earliest interactions between Saurians and hominids. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Oh, let's fucking go. We're getting lore. Hold on. No! I think I jinxed myself. Miss Prockling's history class is the polar opposite to Mr. I's photography class. While her introduction to class engaged me first, things were slowed down into an unbearably slow crawl. My eyes scan over the introductory text of the first chapter. No, I care about this shit! Despite the tension between the two groups, human settlers to the New World would continue to make overtures of trade to the native Velociraptor tribes. Pretty sure I've read this line 3 times now. I tear my eyes away from the page in hopes of blinking the boredom away. I look up and see the teacher staring down at various papers on her desk with laser focus. I must have stared too long though, because I end up locked in a staring contest with Prockling. She raises an eyebrow at me. Okay then, write down notes of pages 3 through 7 about the discovery of the New World. Without even fully comprehending the words before me, I'm copying the page down to the letter in my notebook. Absent-mindedly, I begin to recall everything that's happened so far with my new classmates. Ben carries himself with a lot of refinement and is easily my first pick as a photography partner. But that Mia girl, he doesn't seem to want to make friends. Of course, I could have figured that out from the cold look she gave me yesterday, not to mention the rude hand gesture. Damien's very friendly, even if he can be a bit too enthusiastic sometimes. And though my encounter with Liz was brief, I can tell she's dependable. My progress in making friends has been pretty good, all things considered. But then there's Olivia. So far, she's an enigma, coupled with the apparent history she has with the others. It makes me all the more curious about her. Liz said it would be a bad idea to get invested, but in the end, it's effectively gossip and hearsay. This had come as something of a shock to me, but what do we have here, Mrs. Halford? Sudden voice of Miss Prockling snaps me out of my thoughts. I lean my head to the teacher to see the teacher looking down at. Da-da-da. Wait a minute, Olivia's here too. As luck would have it, I share not 1 but 2 classes with Olivia. I must have been so jaded from trying to read this textbook that I didn't even notice the girl in the wheelchair. She sits in the front row, diagonally in front of me. I don't think she noticed the strange twist of fate herself. Only the second day of school and you're already doodling in class again? She proceeds to pick up the piece of paper from Olivia's desk. Looks like she's been drawing on it, though I can't tell what they are from where I'm sitting. Listen, Olivia, I know history isn't the most exciting subject to learn, but you could at least pretend you're taking notes. The only response I hear from Olivia is a heavy sigh before leaning her head back down. While the teacher returns to skulking around the room, Olivia hunches over her notebook. Although, I don't think those are notes she's taking. Nah, no one would do something like that with the Totalian teacher patrolling the room. It's an attempt to get all of us to focus, but I'm fighting a losing battle to keep my eyelids from shutting. My jaw is clenched so tight to suppress a loud yawn building inside, even as Miss Prockling skulks right past me. Just before my drowsiness could overtake me, I noticed the minute movement in the corner of my eye. One of my classmates glances up at the teacher, whose eyes are roving over the opposite side of the room, and down to scribble something down. The paper is then folded into a neat little note, and I watch as the next person carefully unfolds the sheet and also scribbles on it, before folding and passing it along again. Curiosity thoroughly piqued, I wait my anxious seat for the paper to get to me. The dangerous game, passing the notes along so Procling doesn't see. If I'm participating, does that make me a slacker? A student to my side makes his move to toss the note over, but Procling starts turning around right then. He flinches, dropped the hot potato on my desk in a flash. I nearly slammed down my own paper over the page to cover it from sight. Fucking almost sold me, bro. Miss Procling continued the lecture about how raptors and humans eventually started to get along because they traded narcotic leaves or something like that. Yes! And as you can see on the board here, now. I left my paper. Luckily, there's plenty of space left. As for what everyone else has drawn, not so solid attempt at a race car. Rough sketches of some eyes, bunch of doodles. Names in various stylized fonts that I can only describe as graffiti, and of course, it's not high school if someone doesn't. It's not high school if someone hasn't drawn a penis. They drew a penis, but they like don't see any humans, so it's a dino penis. So what does that even look like, dude? Hold on. What does that even look like, man? I don't even. Whatever. Miss Procling with stick lights coming off her. Oh, you better not get caught with this. That being said, I'm drawing a blank. What should I draw? I don't exactly doodle every day. Drawing stuff for others is a nice gesture. I don't want to Google it. Trust me, I do not want to Google that. I don't. I'm good. Drawing stuff for others is a nice gesture. Maybe I'll try and break the ice a bit. Although I don't really know anything about her. Can't hurt to try though, yeah? I can think of a few things to sketch out here. Let's see. Oh, we get to draw! Okay, hold on. Press H to hide. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, what should I draw? Oh God, what should I draw? What should I draw? Yo, wait, shut the fuck up. This is sick. Alright, hold on. Alright, I'm gonna try and do my best rendition of Broly. Paint this. Alright, hold on. Spear Bomb versus Drain. Okay, hold on. Yeah, then let me. Okay, let me. Alright. Let me paint this. Alright, so we gotta start with Jiren's, alright? So we gotta go. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's start with Goku. And then we go. Oh no, wait, fuck. I'll do that. Cause he was blue. That's right. So he should be like this then. Alright, hold on. And then the Spirit Bomb. There we go. I'll do like a couple like, you know. And then we go. And then Jiren. Then we're gonna go like. So Jiren's big ass head right here. He's looking at it. And then he's like standing there. Hand out. He's got his butt hanging out because it's like Toyotaro. Other hand out. And then, you know, we go. Hold on. There's also we can do one of these. Hold on. Wait. Undo. And then, you know, I'm gonna start doodling. Hold on. You gotta do one of these, you know. If you're doodling, you gotta do one of these. That's awful. Hold on. That's awful. Okay, perfect. And then yeah, you gotta do the S. What else? Maybe okay, well, yeah, let's do a how does it go? It's like this. And then like maybe like a wait, we gotta have the you gotta have the aura. Oh wait, it's called aura, bruh. There we go. You got a Christmas tree it. And then and you just do it at the top. Yeah. No, I got a channel. Okay, a pair of big boobs with page number 69. You gotta This is artistic nudity. Don't get me, Twitch. Chill. Oh wait, no, hold on. What's that one? Oh shit, hold on. Didn't mean to undo that much. What's that one? The thing with the dog where you shit. I can't remember. But it's like you start off with like the eyes, and it's like eyes, and then you go like this or something. I can't remember how it goes. All right, I'm gonna do that. That's too much. Oh wait, hold on. And then we see. Little did you know that this was Broly the whole time. Hold on. Oh shit. You know what? I might as well save. Yeah. Then it goes like that, and then it goes like this, and it goes like, you know, you got these legs, you know. Hold on. Oh, whoops, undo that one. You got the legs going on right here, and you got the big arms, and then you go like this, like this, and then you got like the big old manacles, you know, boom, thumb, and then yeah, probably was an RE boss. Yeah, you're all good. 2, 3, 1, and then boom. You know, you got the little scar over here, and then you got the little one right here, but then you gotta go like, you know, that's his abs right there. And then, you know, you gotta like, okay, we'll just connect it right here. Hold on, undo that. That was awful. Just go connect it right there. Then you got the freaking big ass neck, right? No, hold on. All right, this is the last one. Last one right here. Unless somebody can come up with like a last second like thing. This is the last one. Okay. No, actually that's perfect. Hold on. Because then he goes like. Wait, hold on. No. He has to be frowning. He says, and then go. and then wait, hold on, one more. I don't know, spiral. A little wee. Okay, perfect, done. Perfect. Immaculate. And done. I didn't have a lot of room to really work with, but as I surreptitiously admire my work, I find that I have a long way to go. I feel like I'm being mogged by the other doodles. We were Rolly Booger Wooga. Wooga! Alright, Olivia's sure to like this. Miss Procky's still turned around. Alright. If I slip the paper over to Olivia's shoulders, I won't have to risk getting up and getting caught. And here we go. And here we go. It's a bit tricky. I hesitate, but the paper meets its destination. I don't even look back, but she doesn't even look back, just takes the paper eagerly. It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Her tail is even swaying side to side. Oh, is that wagging? Huh? Or huh? Alright, now she's gonna see my sketch and possibly think I'm cool. Yes, dude! She's like, oh, she's not turning around. Well, it's not much, so it could also just... I'll be taking that. Miss Prockley snatches the paper from Olivia's claws. She holds her arms out. She takes a glance at the paper, and a small crack of a smile appears on her face before going back to its stoic visage. So this is how you view me, Miss Halford? Prockley holds up the paper for all to see. Oh no, everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze. I know that most of you are a part of this as well. Okay, thank God. Look, I'm not asking for much, but please do your assignments when you're in class. It's the least you can do. We were just passing a note one at a time. She wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, how come all of us are in trouble? I noticed Prockley look down at Olivia for a moment before letting out a sigh of defeat. Look, since it's only the second day, I'll let this one slide, but I'm warning you now that I won't be so lenient the next time it happens. Otherwise, you'll end up like the last student who decided to be disruptive during class. Pfft, what happened to him? Get a detention slip or something? He died. Miss Prockley pulls up the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She takes out a walkie-talkie. Solly? Yup. Another hippie, CH4. Good job, soldier. That's crazy. Now, if we can, let's continue. Damn, got a cannon. We're on the second floor. I sink back into my... Dude, this guy got a cannon. I sink back into my seat and continue writing, mainly out of unadulterated... I just want to rock became an emote in Fortnite right now? Fuck. I just want to rock. Same wrath from the teacher. Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. I was the one that passed in the note after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Well, I could always apologize after class. Miss Prockley places the note and continues with her lecture for another half hour. With 10 minutes of class left, I see Prockley look down at the clock above the door. Then I notice Olivia grabbing her attention after she knew that she's already going to say to her. The teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpack and shovels all her things into it. In silence, she wheels herself to the door, opens it, and rolls on out. Teacher must have noticed me watching her leave. Accommodations. Well, there goes my chances of saying sorry to her. Feeling defeated, I decided to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left. Although, I do wonder. She must have noticed my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes, and I head back home on the metro. That's awesome. ... Another day, another victory for the OG. Taking out the sweats. Another day, another victory for the OG. Though this time I pass on the mini breakfast burritos. After how bad they messed me up during PE yesterday, I don't want my stomach to endure that torture again. Instead, I got a few hash browns from a few fast food joints down by the metro. I idly scroll through my feed as I usually do while the metro jostles about my destination. It's been a few days now, and the strange scent of extremely cheap detergent and alcohol must have become an afterthought. Some of the vines are actually plastic, and the flowers have little air fresheners. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's not actually something I noticed. I more so witnessed when a passenger tried eating one. Some of the vines are real though for some reason. For some reason they go untouched anyways. Maybe they're not tasty? Vegetarians don't eat grass in their lawns after all, right? Huh. Oh god, this guy again. Anyways, the lights have gone out and someone just dropped a wrecking ball next to me. Must be Mr. Ferris. Good morning, Inco. Good morning. Has work been going fine? It has, slowly, but I'm very thorough. I hate the idea of a place of learning not being an ideal place to learn. I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more. You're welcome. Hey, have you given any more thought to the fashion thing? I have, although I can't really say I get it. There's plenty to see everywhere if you just look around. Really? Like what? Well, like, look at the girl at the end of the car there. If I speak, I am in trouble. It's rather revealing. I don't think that's really for me. I love my wife. Big wife guy here. I mean, just an example. Just as an example. Well, there's an event coming up. I could see about trying something new. What would you recommend? That's a good question. What would be good to use here? Let me choose. In my inner eye, I conceptualize the coolest possible Ferris. The fresh machine is going full throttle. First, sunglasses. Boom! His eyes may be too far apart for that. However, beanie. Bro, he got that shit on already. Hold on. Moving on. Big guns, fresh jacket. Boom! There we go. The coolest possible Ferris. Mr. Nito? Sorry, I was just thinking. Why don't you start with... Now get that fucking jacket, dude. Hold on. Yeah, get that jacket. Really now? Those all sound rather expensive. Yeah, they are. You know what? Try a gold chain necklace. Yes, dude. A what? Yeah, just make sure it's appropriately sized so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it'll go a long way, and they're pretty cheap to get. Well, alright, I'll take your word for it. We sure talk about fashion a lot, though. Is it really all that's everything's about these days? Oh, of course not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? I've heard the term thrown around recently. That was like 5 years ago. Oh. You said, what's YOLO? Mr. Ferris and I talk more about contemporary urban slang until we arrive at our stop. He got that shit on. He had that shit on. Art. Mr. I had just started talking about our first project for the class. As soon as he said the word, Olivia's hand had shot up. Her gray eyes sparkled in excitement, and a smile threatened to crush the perpetual frown etched on her snout. The girl vibrates in her sleeve as she waves her arm in the air, trying to get the teacher's attention. Mr. I's smile was strained as he and Olivia engaged in a staring contest with one another. I could only marvel as the two argued with each other without a single word. Eventually, Mr. I won by turning off the lights and turning on the cheap projector hanging on the ceiling, and playing a safety video about paint that felt far too graphic for a school setting. I don't think I'll be able to eat barbecue for a while. Thoroughly defeated, Olivia crosses her arm and pouts in her seat. And that is why we won't be using any of the more exotic materials for any projects, Miss Halford. Ugh, maybe I should have skipped breakfast entirely. I still don't see the problem. Once you have all the proper safety handling course in the second semester, you'll be able to use oil-based paints. Till that time, however, all assignments will require safer supplies. Now, since we've pivoted to this, might as well finish the full video. Damn, she's drinking on the grumpy Gator holds a hand to her throat, mumbling to herself as she grabs a metal flask and drinks from it. The entire display from her was mystifying, at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it kind of reminded me of me. I can understand why, after all, Mr. I is letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. That thrill of experimentation, of new possibilities. Hey, what's up? No doubt that it brings a creative sparkle to her eyes. Eyes that fill with pure malice as they glare daggers my way. ... Oh, was I staring? Oops. Oops. Before I could offer an apology, she already has her hands on the wheels. She rolls up to Mr. I's desk and he leans forward intently. Can't make out anything that's said through the video, but by going through it's been a while. Oh, I don't even know what that is. What's foliage? By the occasional glare back, it's not hard to imagine. Yeah, this must be an insane one to come back to, huh? I didn't really mean to offend. Mr. I notices that I'm watching and motions for me to come forward. Okay, I gotta figure out how to get that going. That sounds cool. Mr. I notices I'm watching and motions for me to come forward. Slowly, I sit down in my seat and approach the desk. All right, there's something going on here. Mr. I speaks in a hushed tone just loud enough for me to hear over the makeshift matinee. Olivia's telling me you're making goofy faces at her. No, I said he's been staring at me all throughout class. Huh. It's weird. It's like he's never even seen someone like me. Can you move him to his different seat? Now hold on a sec there, Olivia, and let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Mr. Kane! It's like she's a different person here. She fishes out the canteen water and brings it to her mouth. You're given a lot of leeway when it comes to C assignment, but asking for something like this? I just want him to leave me alone. She sips again. What was that about? Well then, Inko, you tell us. What's on your mind? Can't have disagreements between classmates this earlier in the year. I'm confused. I didn't know there was any disagreement between us. Well, sometimes it's the little things that you don't even get to think about but affect people the most. Anything like that come to mind? I shake my head. Olivia's glare doesn't diminish away from my field of view. I mean, I've been a bit curious about her since we sit next to each other, and I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Mr. I nods to himself thoughtfully. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Her face scrunches at the mere thought. And not really interested. He's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being gawked at. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Does this resolve the issue for you, Olivia? No, I don't want somebody in this class. He goes to take another sip, but ends up turning the canteen upside down. All out. Olivia, you can go fill that up if you want. You won't be missing anything. The video's nothing you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia eyes me suspiciously, and slowly moves out the door towards the nearest water fountain. Welcome back, though. Mr. I sighs. All right. He leans back in his chair with his arms resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday if the air needs clearing, you need to do it yourself. Now she's in a mood because we're staring at her like a weirdo. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch she made of you. Truthfully, I'm impressed, but here we are. What's going on, big guy? Again, sorry. I've been pretty busy a few days. Yeah, I've gotten into a cool friend group. We're all gonna sit together at lunch. Olivia's there too. She didn't say much, but I got her a soda. I don't know why she's so upset at me. It's nothing personal, Inko. It's not? She's reticent. I think that's how you say it. Especially when it comes to change. If you're at her lunch period too, I can see why she'd be wary of you. If you don't mind me asking, Mr. I, Tony Todd just passed away? Alright. Excuse me asking, but who, like, I was like, not who, but like, oh, never mind, I know who that is. Never mind. Damn. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Boom. Yes? Yeah, Candyman. The Venom, oh, I didn't know he was the Venom VA. Why is she so open with you? How do you mean? Just now, she spoke more in that conversation than all the other times I've seen her yesterday. Saw the canteen, I figured it has something to do with her voice, but it's surprising. Her water bottle's the other way around. It's unfortunate, but she rarely talks at all. And I guess she just really trusts me. I've known her since she was a freshman. He seemed to gravitate towards art, or she seemed to gravitate towards art, and how I taught it. And soon enough, I took her under my wing. But she lives with Damien, right? He's at the lunch table, and she still barely talks to him. Poor kid. Hope he's doing all right. Seems to be all right. But yeah, she's so distant to everyone else. So much so I keep hearing weird things about her. Mr. I leans forward in his chair, suddenly attentive. Is this about you gossiping with Ben yesterday? A bit. He showed up to the table and said something about her being the same after she left. Probably some drama there, but I don't want to pry. He nods. But also, Liz told me some weird things too. He stops nodding. I know of her. Something wrong? No. She just said I shouldn't get invested in being her friend. Everyone's being real weird about it, so I was curious for myself. Guess that's why I was looking at her weird. Sorry. Mr. I rubs his temples. Aye, it's worse than I thought. What is? I'll put it this way. You've met 3 people that know Olivia, other than me. Of the 3, only one thinks highly of her and the other 2 start unloading drama on anyone willing to listen. In that case, you. No wonder you're confused. I hadn't thought of it like that. I don't blame you. You shouldn't be involved in anything stupid. High schoolers, you know? I guess. Mr. I inhales, collecting his thoughts. Important question then. Do you really want to be Olivia's friend? Oh? I guess. A judging eyebrow is raised by way. Are you really, or just curious about her? Seems pretty serious about this. Yes then. Olivia returns to class and rolls right back up to the desk. Back? Have you changed his desk yet? Mr. I nudges his head towards me expectantly, prodding me on. I'm sorry I distracted you during class, Olivia. She looks to Mr. I and gets a similar nod. Sure. You're welcome. Thanks. Shit. But, don't really. I don't want to be distracted. Come on now, Olivia. At least you can do is give him another chance. You never know. I don't really want to know. I get he's like friends with Damien, but I don't really want to, not in this class. But I'd like to be your friend. She stops and raises an eyebrow. Lots of those are going around recently. Like she was expecting this response. She looks to Mr. I for help. Actually, Olivia, I'd also think he'd make a good friend for you. What? His words were like a battering ram. I'm simply saying give Incohere a chance. I could almost see the imaginary bulwark she hid behind slowly crumbling from what Mr. I was saying. You both are quite similar at heart, though you may have different methods. Perhaps you'll find some compromise behind cynicism and naivete if you work together. Finally, the last fragments of her imaginary fortress collapse. Olivia can only look at the art teacher with timid confusion painted across her features. I don't. Are you for real, Mr. I? I am. He's actually in another class of mine. I've seen him. He's passionate about his camera like you are with a brush. And I expect great things from him. Okay. Sorry, I really thought, oh, oops. She accidentally bit her tongue. Her mouth clamped shut. It's just my opinion. You can make your own choices, Olivia. She nods furiously. Oop, the movie's about to end. You two should get back to your seats. We're good here? Olivia side-eyes me again and nods once more. All right. He motions for us to skedaddle. Olivia backs away to her spot. Thanks, Mr. I. For what? I just gave an opinion. I'm serious. It's up to the two of you if you want to be friends. Don't screw it up. He waves me up again. He waves me off again and flips the lights. This is what, like day 3, I think? I get back to my seat and stare absentmindedly at the projected screen as I digest Mr. I's words. He only gave his opinion, but it also seems like he gave me an opportunity to take the right steps in connecting with Olivia. And with that, he said about her being passionate with a brush, it's gotten me even more curious about her artistic prowess. Speaking of whom, I noticed that she occasionally gives me a side eye. I don't think she can see my eyes due to the dim lighting combined with my shades. Yeah, that's right. Nigga still has sunglasses on. She stares at me with a sense of strange curiosity, as almost if she's trying to get a read from me on my face alone. But from what I could tell from her facial cues, she seems confused and almost shaken up. Ooh, excuse me, I'm hiccuping. It's like she wants to say something, but keeps backing away at the last second. Guess her mind is also jostling around for Mr. I's words. My teacher flicks on the light switch, and I feel my retina burn from the bright lamp, even with my sunglasses. Alright, normally in your first week we'd be doing something simple, like a color swatch wheel. However, I think you all can manage something a bit more advanced. The Gator girl's head whipped around with the word advanced. Whatever Olivia was thinking before regarding me seems to be forgotten, as she focuses almost entirely on the teacher. Mr. I holds up a stack of paper for us to see. First things first, I'd like for you all to fill out these topic sheets so I know you understand how to safely handle oil-based paints. Last thing we need is another burnt down classroom. How? With oil paints? The way Mr. I says those words makes me imagine some pretty horrible outcomes. Once you finish your seats, bring them to me so I can review them. I'll be giving you the permission sheet after I know you lot won't set yourselves on fire or poison yourselves. Hi, Pumpkin. You look good looking at me, bro. The Alistair guy in front of me hands back the stack and I take a page from it before handing the rest to the Diplo girl behind me. My eyes scan over the sheet. What grade of... Oh, here she comes. Come on. What grade of mask do snouts longer than 3 inches require? And the realization hits me. I didn't see the first half of that video. My eyes scan over the page and I groan when I see questions I have no answer for. Hi, Pumpkin. All of them pertaining to dinosaur anatomy. The art teacher looks directly at me and then to the side. I try to decipher his meaning, follow his eyes. Ooh, ooh, there we go. Oh. I turn my seat and lean closer to Olivia. Hey, what? What now? What? What is it? I'm not gonna let you draw on me. What the hell? Looking at her paper, I see that she's already answered the questions I couldn't. I show her my own page, tapping the upper section that was still blank. Olivia groans and looks to Mr. I pleadingly. All she gets for her troubles is a thumbs up. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Here. She holds out her sheet for me. Wait, isn't this cheating? The arch teacher wouldn't. When did he get to his desk? Why does he have a sleeping mask? If I look over the answers, I still learn the safety procedures. So what's the difference in the end? That must be what he's thinking. Either that or he doesn't care. I copied the word from Olivia's sheet, doing my best to at least rephrase them. Some of my classes are already walking up to Mr. I's desk. He's barely reading the pages, not even taking the sleeping mask off. Bro, this is why people burned down the class last time. Thanks, Olivia. Whatever. Olivia finishes her page in a few seconds and wheels herself to the desk too. Last answer I'm fairly confident on. Like what flashpoint means. I get up and go to Mr. I's desk and set my safety assessment down. Good, good. Here's your permission slip to use hazardous paints. Didn't even bother to look over my worksheet. He lifts the eye mask from his face and looks at me with one eye. What? Most of the stuff doesn't apply to you, Inko. Just don't drink the paint or get it in your eyes and you'll be okay. Hi, Pumpkin. Attaboy, now go back to your desk and wait for your class to end. Tomorrow I'll be starting you all on something simple. Like painting a cube or a ball. Yes, model dodgeball painting. The eye mask dropped down and I returned to my seat. The class clock reads 5 minutes until lunch. Olivia's back to leering at me. Consider what should I say? What should I do or say? Some sort of icebreaker. Mr. I said we're similar, so I can see what he means. Ugh, whatever. But I'm a photographer, and she's a painter. So a cubist and a Dadaist walk into a bar. Have a good lunch now. The moment the bell rings, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack, not caring if her notebook gets crushed. Once she zips up, she races out the classroom. Okay. Guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of the lunchroom stampede. And neither do I. Get to the lunchroom, man! I managed to avoid getting stuck in the frenzy by shuffling along the wall the long way around the lunchroom. It's a bit longer, but there's less risk of getting used as an improvised meat club. What's up, Pumpkin? And there she goes, okay. Oh, Why don't I just go in through the courtyard? It's right there next to the table. Damn it. Next time. Hey, is there a palm tree or something by the table now? I've never seen one with a trunk that's green. I get around to the last of the crowd and approach the table. Damien's there, chowing down on a sandwich, which is stacked with various meats. And like yesterday, Olivia's already at the table. Hey Damien, you seen Liz? Thought she was joining us for lunch. Without a word, Damien points to the palm tree next to us. Oh crap, that's no tree. I look up to see Liz's head in the rafters, prodding at the vines on the ceiling. The ceiling's a lot lower in the computer labs. I couldn't tell as easily, but that neck is long. Anyways, ooh, wait, hold on. Ooh, there it is. Hey Liz. Hey Inko, I couldn't see you from up here till I heard you. I guess I'll go ahead and get my food from the vending machines again. What is she doing down there? You wanna go out? Okay, it sounds like she wants to go out. All right, give me a second, I'll be right back. I'm back. Oos! Make my way over to the vending machines. I do the same song and dance I did last time. A card swipe and a few button presses later, earn me a couple cans of soda, 2 bags of chips, and a few candy bars. It's like when the teacher asks if you bought enough candy for everyone, only now it's true. I head back to our table and the bundle of foodstuff in my makeshift pouch and I distribute them. Livia gets her share but doesn't say anything. Oh, sweet! Oh, why thank you, Inko. Damien, if you'd be so kind. I'm already on it. Damien cracks open a can of soda just as Liz lowers her head next to him. She's wearing a novelty soda cap. And then speed swaps the old can with the new one, almost like he's swapping wheels on a Formula One race car. Thank you. No problemo. His head cranes back to the top of the ceiling and continue eating the foliage. So, Nico, how's your day been so far? It's been pretty decent, I'd say. Mostly looking forward to the photography since Ben'll showed me some good photo spots. Cool. Damien just nods as he continues to munch on his sandwich. I think he zoned out about halfway through my sentence. Oh, and also Liz helped me submit my contest entry. Awesome, can always rely on Liz to help you out. Flattery will get you nowhere, Damien. Just saying the honest truth. Liz entered the contest too, right? Everyone must be trying to win the cash prize. The money's okay. Liz comes out again with a mouthful of leaves. Her hands holding up a tray with each segment filled with a different sauce. Real prize is having our submission pieces on the sponsor's magazine cover in a featured art and in a featured article. How is she still articulate? Do you have any idea how great that looks on a resume? Heck, I could probably get a scholarship with that alone. Well, you really got this all planned out. What'd you submit? She takes a minute to swallow her salad and then shares a huge grin. Gulp. I submitted my best digital art piece. Ooh, what is it? Here. The tray is set aside so you can bring out a phone to show Damien and me her entry. It looks to be a village townhouse piece, very rustic and classy. Looks pretty good. Yo, that's so cool. That looks so realistic. Thanks. Took me about a week to actually blend some of the more fanciful elements into each other. I based it off my grandfather's home from the old country. This is amazing. You can't even tell that this whole thing's digital art at all. Damien grabs hold of Liz's phone and turns towards Olivia. Hey, Olivia! She jumps up, having been suddenly made relevant to the conversation she was just spectating. What? I'm not giving these chips back. They're mine. I was just going to show you Liz's entry. Olivia narrows her eyes and leans over to see the image on Liz's phone. She then looks up and gives Damien a quick nod before returning to eating her chips. Damien's smile falters a little at her minimal response, though he's back to his usual grin as Liz takes back her phone. Wow, Liz, I didn't know you were so into digital painting. That looks great. Do you plan on being an artist after graduating? Aw, thanks. Well, no, I don't plan on being an artist per se. The plan is to be an antiques dealer, specifically with art. What's that mean? It means she buys the splattered canvases everyone else uses for money laundering. No. It'll be the real deal stuff. There's a real market out there for it. So I'm taking the AP business class and using the school's prestigious art program. That's actually why I picked this place out. This is the real elite selection of graduates from here. Oh, you're the school treasurer too, right? Sure am. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm ready for the real deal. I do love painting though. It's not just an ends to a means. Maybe that's why I want to get into trading. I can get the right people the right art they need. That's very thoughtful, huh? I should start thinking of my future more. I wonder what Olivia thinks about this, even if it even interests her. Damien's just exaggeratingly nodding his head up and down. I don't know if he's agreeing with Liz or headbanging to some tune playing in his head. I look to the side and see Olivia staring down the chips bag, looking pensive. Guess I'm not the only one that's a bit worried about our long-term plans after school compared to Liz. But we got a whole year still. What about you, Damien? Don't really have a big goal set. Only reason I'm going here is because it's the closest school to our home. Damien, you know I keep telling you about planning ahead. I know, but I like keeping my options open. So what are you doing in school? I just picked out any class that seemed interesting to me. So I gotta say, home economics class is pretty fun. I get to make food in class and eat it too. From learning skills in a class like that, you'd be a perfect husband. Yeah! Wait, what? What? Oh, man. But to get back to my point, that art contest. If I win and get that interview, it's an insane advantage. I'll say. By the by, Olivia, did you submit something for the art contest? Oh. She looks away, slightly deflated. No. Really? Oh crap, I might have a chance then. Hey Liz, that sounds a certain way. Nah, sorry. Didn't mean like that. Olivia rolls her eyes and immediately goes back to munching on her chips. Mr. I said you were really into painting, and I really like the portrait of me you made. Whoa, she what? Her suspicious leer is now replaced by a murderous glare. Yep, lunch is the perfect time to eat my feet. I haven't really seen any of her work, only something she'd done out of boredom. Olivia's eyes close as she inhales deeply, the air of neutrality returning once she opens them. She looks me up and down again, as though something will be different this time. Can't. What's that mean? Besides, even if I could, there's going to be looking for the best artists here, so you gotta show that to them with how good your art is. But I just don't want to look at me and feel like I have to give me a reward out of pity. Damien's face is frozen mid-bite, his sandwich losing its meat integrity by the second as his eyes flick between Olivia and I. I could practically hear the blaring alarm in his hand as his brain catches fire trying to connect dots. I want to be judged for my art and not. Olivia struggles to formulate the next few words and lets out a weary sigh. It would just feel undeserved. So she's probably not born paraplegic, I'm assuming. How? Yeah, how? Damien, shh. Moves him back with her head. Has that ever happened before? Do people really do that? You weren't there for it. Some losers even tell me they take advantage of it. Why not? That was a bad move. Dude, seriously? Why? So I constantly get reminded of myself so I can't separate myself from my work? So I can get complacent being worse so I can eventually rely on it so the playing field can be even? You idiot! That's a lot all at once. I'm not sure I even got all that. I definitely touched a nerve I shouldn't have. Oh my fucking God, you idiot. So, no, sorry. Olivia brushes her hair down. Look, I don't want to get awards and praise I haven't earned. Seriously, not that good. I really wouldn't win. She sighs and takes a long sip of cola. Can I see some of your work? No. Man, she really shouldn't put herself down like that. I get it. A lot of students here are crazy good at art. Some are probably better now than I'll ever be, and they're just starting. Scary to think about. I mean, the landscape of that city near the principal's office, that's her art, you idiot. Remember the name. Oh my God. Oh my God. Landscape. Hold on, I took a shot of it. Oh my God, you fucking dingus. It's a bit tough getting my camera out now with all the books I needed for class in the way. Oh my God, he's gonna, Okay, I lay out the contents of my backpack and taking my treasured DSLR out at last. Even after finding the shot and questioning the menus, I turned the display towards everyone else so they could see the glamour shot. A freshman made that painting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm playing an idiot. Just from looking at it, I could see why it won first place. I drew that. Yeah. Fucking, her name is on it, isn't it? My brain finally makes a connection with the signature on the mural. That was you? Is it that much of a shocker to you? Quite a bit, yeah. It looks amazing. I mean, whatever. I had to have some guide help me out, so it wasn't like I was the one that did it all. So when you say you can't enter, is it because you've already won the race? Yeah, basically. She looks away from us, eating her chips in silence. I heard the expression of being one's worst critic, but I never expect Olivia to kick herself this hard. I'm mentally kicking myself thrice over thinking that last part. What, something wrong, Liz? Did she bite her tongue or something? Why is she imitating one of those picture plans right now? Liz? What's with the look, long neck? Just surprised to see you in better spirits is all. You're making it weird. Don't make it weird. Yeah, it's been ages, Olivia. To think a Randy like Inky over here got you to open up like this in just 2 days. He gestures to me. What did you do, What did you do, man? The girl in question freezes. Damien's thoughtless comments have thrust her into self-awareness. And she just leaves. You dingus. Olivia, wait! She's gone. Well, she did give a warning. Yeah. I was excited she was making good progress. Freaking dingus. The rest of lunch we'd spent trying to talk about Liz's art process. Damien looked like he wanted to try and bring Olivia back into the conversation, but no one had any idea where she had gone. Still, a part of me thinks she wants to talk. Why doesn't she? Sadly, a question for another time, as Olivia's departure seems to signal the end of lunch. At least Liz and Damien wave goodbye. leaving me to clean up all the trash from the table, including everything I'd removed from my backpack. Darn it! Photography class comes and goes. Since we're partners, Mr. I gives Ben and I the green light to walk around the campus. Ben shows me around to see his prime photo spots and as such, becomes my impromptu tour guide. It's actually pretty neat to see parts of the school I haven't explored yet until now. Places like the music hall and recreational pool were the most interesting to see. Currently at the courtyard, Ben points out the views of outer landscapes around the school. No wonder why Ben was eager to show me. These views are impeccable. But while he's explaining the image he has in his head, my mind still wanders back to Olivia. I wonder what I did to make her express herself so much. Inko? Inko? Huh? I was asking if you'd be available sometime during the weekend to take photos. Oh, I'm free on Saturday. Excellent, we can meet back up here. Sounds good. As we head back to class, I begin to think if there's something I could do in history class. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah. Back in history class, Miss Procklin continues prattling on about, and after a final offensive that left the entire city of Triceroptis, there we go, destroyed, the Chthonian hegemony, there we go, was defeated, bringing an end to their crimes against both Dino and humankind. With that, the Dino-Human War came to an end and peace was finally declared after 10 years of strife. Of course, there was a matter of rebuilding and dousing all the fires still burning, as well as what to do with all the bodies and... I should probably care more about Procklin's lecture since history has extremely strong cultural connotation, but man is it boring. Ahead of me, Olivia has returned to her default sullen, deflated gloom. She's not glaring back at me, so she's probably over whatever that was, or she still doesn't know that I'm here. Boy, that will be entertaining to see. Assuming I don't want to end up with a mechanical pencil jammed through a lens. The other students are similarly bored, only occasionally marking down something whenever it sounds like it will be on a review sheet at the end of the week. Of course, there's no more note passing today. Miss Procklin's effusion yesterday must still be on their minds. There won't be any more chances given, and even though she doesn't seem threatening on her own, the consequences will be dire. Especially if she can call Solly over like her own personal enforcer. There's simply no getting around it. This is just a period we'll all have to sit through. And there isn't even any solidarity to be had in our shared misery. It's simply the reality of high school history class. Only saving grace is that she isn't stalking around the room looking for us to do something wrong. Instead, we're being lectured at. My hand mechanically copies down whatever she's written on the board. And while I should be paying attention to what Miss Procklin is saying, I'm more than certain we'll be reading the exact same things from our heavy textbook. So my eyes wander away from her and the board to scan over my peers, all equally as bored and feigning interests. Eventually, there's a bit of movement ahead of me. What's she up to now? Olivia folds a sheet of notebook paper back and forth discreetly, creating a deep crease. Then she licks her finger and runs it along the crease and gently pulls. The paper rips along the seam silently. Oh, is she really risking it? What's she even got to gain? It's just a note passing game. Maybe she feels bad because she got caught yesterday. Oh boy. Olivia passes the note to her left. The student next to her raises an eyebrow, but surprisingly takes the note and immediately passes it on without looking at it. One by one, classmates pass the note along to the next. Nobody dares open the note to write something in. I surreptitiously keep track of the note in the corner of my eye as it makes its circuit around the room. Thankfully, Miss Procklin's eyes are focused on the board when I feel a tap on my shoulder. I reach for my ear as to give it a scratch and the folded page pushed into my fingers against my ear. As I feel the edge grind against my earlobe, I chew my lip to keep the hiss of pain contained. Oh my god. Probably unintentional, but a paper cut still stings bad, especially on such a fleshy part. God. My fingers toy with a bundle of paper now at my desk. No one else had bothered with it. I wouldn't exactly call it an empty canvas, but there could be potential here. There's a crumpling noise beneath my fingertips. Must have unfolded it while I was thinking.
Looking at the sole doodle on the sheet, it was a pretty simple rat drawing with a very realistic hand giving it a thumbs up. Still plenty of space this time. Miss Procling is preoccupied at the front. I doubt she'd even notice. The temptation is there, making my fingers itch at finally getting a real chance to do something fun in this sleep-inducing class. In fact, I have the perfect idea in mind that I'd catch Olivia's attention. That doesn't ruin everything, that is. She's not uncompassionate, but Miss Procling has a lot less tolerance for horseplay in her class. She probably wouldn't get another chance. And going by Coach Sully's one chance policy and how these guys aren't even considering playing along, I bet it wouldn't be really pretty. Kind of makes me concerned for Olivia. I could just hold on to the note and give it back after class. Heck, Olivia would never even know. I don't think she knows I'm in this class. Draw Gator girl in a half pipe, or hold on the sheet under the sheet. Nah, I'm playing with. Boom. Man, what's life without a bit of risk? I'll risk another concussion. I'll wait for Miss Prockley to start a new tangent before I have enough. Make sure I have enough time. She just said something about a single continent movement. Time to move. This is basically a stick figure, but it's just a doodle. Only you could doodle a photograph. I'm not sure what I meant by that. I also don't know how to draw a wheelchair. In the end, it looks more like an abstracted depiction of a bow-legged T-Rex than I wanted. Oops, it'll have to do. I check it over one last time as if I had the conceptualization to improve it. Ah, well. Pass the note forwards, careful not to notify the teacher. Olivia takes the note over her shoulder, once more not checking it. She's deflate a bit on opening the note. Aww, probably because of all the blank space. Aww. Doesn't look like she recognized whatever I did either. Maybe I should talk about it with her after class. I don't know, it seems like an okay thing to do. She just passed the note again. What? Once more, the process of students taking the note, passing it along without looking at it. Although this time it's a little more collectively annoyed. Probably won't go around again. Why the heck would Olivia send the note around again? Nobody's going to change their mind on draw something now. Is it desperation? Thoughtlessness? Whatever it is, the note's coming my way again. Once I take it, I confirm that yes, once again, nobody else wrote anything. However, there's a new doodle of a rat with a flamethrower from Olivia. Cute. Alright, guess this time I'll draw. How about adding myself to the sketch of the half pipe? This time I just depict myself as a stick figure. No use trying to go outside my skill level for a note passing game. Simple enough to do. I even include my sunglasses. Yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah. Maybe I should also make sure Miss Procling isn't looking my way. Yeah, she's not right now. I'm in luck. All right, time to pass this on. Pass the note forward once more. Olivia pinches the note between two fingers, still not looking back. I keep saying that, but I guess it's not weird. Why would you look back in that situation? She checks the note and looks a bit down again. She glances up to the corner, eye drawn in. I nearly fall out of my seat with some loud noise. There's a moment of unwavering silence before a voice speaks up. Miss Halford? The girl in question shrinks in her seat in embarrassment. Sorry, Miss Procling. I saw a spider. Miss Procling simply sighs, muttering to herself and turning her attention back to writing her more notes on the board. She turns her head back slowly, just enough to make eye contact with me. While she eyes me with judging contempt and curiosity, I see her hand is tenderly massaging the tip of her tail. Looking at the floor, I think she managed to chip the linoleum. As soon as Miss Prockley turns around and continues teaching, Olivia scribbles something down. Turns to look at me once more, hesitating, then flicks the note in my direction. It completely misses me. I try to catch it midair, but I end up slamming my face into the desk to get it. Damn! Mr. Needle, what was that noise? I palmed the note in my sleeve and strained to keep an injured eye open. The teacher probably meant the foot stomping. I found that spider, Miss Prockley. The teacher grimaces. That better be cleaned up by the end of class then, Mr. Nito. Yes, ma'am. I breathe a sigh of relief as my excuse weathers Miss Prockling's stare. She turns a few pages in a textbook lying on her desk, instructing the class to do the same as she searches for something. She's distracted. I can finally see what Olivia drew. There's now a surprisingly detailed dodgeball whizzing towards my stick figure's head. I want to be upset, but I find myself admiring her motion lines. Seriously, she should be an animator. I mull over what to add and settle on giving a large rat sunglasses as well. A few seconds later, he looks twice as cool as before. I look up to Olivia, pondering how to get it back to her when a sinister idea comes to mind. The hood hangs open as it rests on her back. It's a tough shot, but... Kobe. Bingo.
Olivia scratches the back of her neck and finds the note. She looks back with squinted eyes, judging my intent and scanning me for foul play. She mouths something at me, a question, I think. I'm not the most apt lip reader, especially when said lips are thrice as long as the humans. I was just about to say, she got a damn snout, man. She unfolds the page and seconds later she's already added a new sketch and folded it up. The note lands neatly on my desk this time, and I expect the latest edition. More rats are doing decidedly non-rat activities. I wonder what she'd think of a cat this time. Continue passing the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding to others. Oh, this is so cute. My fingers are starting to tire when Miss Prockling addresses Olivia. All right, Miss Halford, you may leave now. Everyone else, you may take the last 5 minutes to start on your homework. Olivia takes her time to pack away her supplies, occasionally glancing my way. Gone is the paranoia, now it's just plain confusion. As if I wouldn't play the doodle game thing with her. Even as she wheels out the room, I notice her eyes are still on me. I give her a wave goodbye, and she seems shocked by that, turning her head and finally passing through the doorway. Right then, homework. That's cute. That's so cute. Nah, crap. Only now occurs to me that's a pretty good reason that the teacher doesn't want us slacking off during class. For the last 5 minutes, I try to speed read the second chapter in its entirety. If I don't get any good information to use for today's homework, I resolve to just check online for a lecture that's not as boring. Maybe one with some good animation even. Why guy's a fucking brain rotted out dude, man. It's me for real. When the rest of us are finally excused, I realize that we still got the full page full of doodles. Considering all the stuff on it, I feel like it would waste to just toss it away. Decide to keep it, slipping into my binder's extra plastic sleeves. With everything safely packed away, I shoulder my backpack and exit the room. Man, now I get why Olivia gets to leave some classes early. The halls are so packed and chaotic once class ends. I always end up being pushed around by rowdy students headed toward their next classes. Once school ends, it's even worse. When I saw it yesterday, fuck, dude, I missed it. Hold on. When school ends, it's even worse. I saw yesterday something else. The word riptide comes to mind. Ended up with a few minutes to flow to die down. Damn. Okay, never mind. It's looking like that's just going to be my routine now. I passed by a few more art displays on my way to the stairs back down to the first floor. This isn't the art wing, but there's still a bunch of displays up. Maybe there simply isn't enough space. Something presses into my chest and lurches me to a stop. It's Olivia, holding an arm out to stop me. She's still staring up at me, though less suspiciously. Her jaws open, but no sound come out. She realizes her hand is still out and then retracts it awkwardly, indecisively darting between her hoodie pocket and her armrest. Is she expecting something? Oh, the note maybe? Hey, you could have told me, huh? That you were in Miss Prockling's class too. You could have mentioned that. Sorry, I was sort of aiming for a bit of a dramatic reveal there. She brushes her hair aside. Well, whatever. Later, I guess. Why'd you stop me out there? She stops her hair mid-turn with gray eyes contemplating the dirty floor. I don't really get you. Livy's eyes turn back to me, and now I can see the nervousness of her inner pupils. Why do you care? Why indeed? Well, I guess the main reason is I want to be friends. With me though? Sure. Those tiny moments in which I saw the Gator girl hyper animate come into mind, and I can't help but smile. Those small shows of just genuine feelings. I think Mr. I was right, honestly. Olivia hums in disagreement, finally turning away. Ah, crap, maybe that was too forward of me? I swing my backpack around so I could reach inside of it. I still have that note. Note? What, with the doodles? From class right now? Why? Just figured you'd want it. It was fun filling it out and all. Just as I'm about to pull my binder out, the Gator girl looks back at me and shakes her head. It's just doodles. You could throw it out. Keep it. If it's so important. For the briefest second, I swore I saw her mouth form a tiny smile. Ah! But now she's looking neutrally at the elevator. I didn't know notice the school had elevators. Why don't more people use it? She flashes a key from her pocket. It's part of her accommodations. Makes sense. By now, the hallway is cleared up a bit. The elevator arrives and Olivia rolls in.
She moves her arm to push the button, and the key jams the key in some slot. What's the look for? You coming? Oh. I slide in beside Olivia just before the door closes. Yes! Yes! It's probably safe to catch your foot in and reopen, but man, this thing is ancient. There's an inspection certificate lazily plastered above the door from this side, and it's covered in coffee stains from other signs of age. Is this thing really safe? Olivia shrugs. What's the worst that happened? Our legs break? She eyes me with a smirk. That's funny. This may have been a mistake. Good chunk. My heart drops as the space around me seems to drop for a split second. The sound of wore out elevator mechanics fill the cramped space. How slow is this thing? I look over to Olivia. She uses this thing daily. Surely it's normally run smoother. Her mouth hangs slightly open in an amused grin watching my sudden onset claustrophobia. Relax, dude. This is normal. All right, this is normal. This thing jostling around like it's going to drop us at any second is completely normal. When we reach the bottom, the door clunks open and I practically fall out. Olivia casually rolls behind. Somehow I sense it's with a degree of superiority. Look at her, she's smiling. Anyway, see you later. Oh, yeah, see you. Olivia rounds the corner and I'm left on my lonesome. My senses return to me and I start making my way to the metro station. Yes! As I make the journey home, it strikes me how much progress I've made with Olivia. It's definitely still in its awkward phase, but I can see that she's opening up little by little. It's starting to become amusing seeing her get confused by my friendly gestures. All in all, I got a pretty good feeling about this. Liz and Ben were overreacting though. I'll be sure to tell them all about it. A week into September has come and gone, and I'm finally getting acclimated to St. Hammond. Things have been going pretty smooth lately, and if I do say so myself, over the past week or so, I've been getting more and more used to my friends, learning new quirks of them daily over lunch and in our classes, like Olivia's penchant for tail whips. As I sit in the metro to my school, and my foot comes up to prod at the tender spot on my shin, I also learned not to borrow Olivia's stuff without asking. She usually tries to keep to herself, even when we're partnered up, but I do my best to play nice. Not to say she's being rude or anything, just quiet. More and more, I kind of figured that part of her silence was just nerves. Accepting that silent facet, I think we found some small understanding between us. Enough that I think she's starting to see me as a friend now. Among other things, Damien and Liz have given me their numbers. Or rather, Damien gave me both his and Liz's numbers. First, I thought Liz would be mad that Damien basically doxed her, but she didn't seem to mind when he explained his reasons. I also got Ben's number since he figured we'd be doing a lot more team projects in photography class. My eyes roll over the past messages from my new friends. Became so engrossed rereading them that I nearly missed the announcement of my stop. I scrambled to get off the metro, the closing doors just catching my jacket and forced me to yank it out before getting dragged down the tracks. Not going to let that bring my mood down though. It's Friday, meaning today comes the weekend. It's a quick walk from the station and I can see the school enter my field of view now. School looks completely barren. Is it closed? Weird. I look around at some of the small stores that surround the school, the ones that are usually staffed by student workers. They're also empty. One of them has lights on, but it looks like the manager's looking over some paperwork inside. I don't recall any announcement about a holiday today. While I admit I haven't forgotten what the day it was in the past, it's absolutely certain it's Friday. So where is everyone? Even the entryway to the school is barren. The door probably won't even open. Yep. Hello? I dance a bit in front of the camera watching the door. It does not respond. You know what? Damien would know what's going on. I flip through my contacts and find Damien's number. I put the phone in my ear and pray that he picks up. After a minute or so of waiting, the dial tone cuts off and is replaced by Damien's voice. Yo, what up, Nico? Hey, Damien. I'm at the school right now. It looks like no one's here. No, what that's about? Huh? What are you... There's a brief pause on the other end of the line. Oh, didn't you hear? Hear what? Today is the last warm day of the season, so everyone's celebrating. Celebrating?
Yeah, we're actually having a cookout at my place today. Say, you want to come over? The generous but spontaneous offer causes me to hesitate for a moment to respond. Thanks for the offer, Damien, but it's alright. I wouldn't want to intrude in your guys' party. What? It's no big deal at all, dude. My folks enjoy the company. There's gonna be plenty to eat too. Plus, Olivia's here as well. I weigh my options. Either go to a party or I could just take the metro back at home and sit in my room doing nothing. Inky, still there, buddy? Yeah, still here. Was just clearing my schedule. You sure it won't be an issue? Of course not, amigo. Mexico exists. Wait a minute. Spanish exists. A friend of mine is a friend of the family. Well, I guess. Well, all right then. Nice. I'll text you the address. See you soon, compadre. With that, the call ends, and not a few seconds later, that I get a text notification. D-Man. Crichton Road. Go the long way around. The neighbor doesn't chain his dog. LOL. I copy and paste the ad. Google Maps. Google Maps, everybody. Looks like Damien lives pretty close to the school. It's not like he said that like 4 or 5 times. Of course, it's a little longer than taking Damien's instructions, but I'm not about to try out running a loose dog with my physique. Well, better make my way over then. Six 61189 61191. Here it is. 61193. This house looks standard for a house in this neck of the woods or neighborhood. It's all a one-story place, but it looks pretty spacious. Definitely a family house. I walk up to the stone step path to the door and ring the doorbell. Grocery bag wrapped around my fingers is starting to chafe a bit. Could have come right away, but I felt bad coming over empty-handed, so I got something for the party. Simple salad bowl for one of the local stores on my way over. Doesn't seem like much, but as my mom taught me, it's courteous to come to a party with something. Actually, I realized how ill-prepared I look for an end-of-summer celebration. With Damien mentioning a pool, everyone must be wearing something casual clothes or swimwear. Meanwhile, here I am looking overly formal. Not like I could have thought to bring swim trunks to school. Door swings open and out steps Damien. Boom. Inco? Wow, man, you're crazy early. And you've come bearing gifts. Yep, here I am. I didn't want to come empty-handed, so I stopped by a store and got a salad. Aw, you didn't have to, dude. Seriously though, you didn't have to. My family and I are carnivores. Hold on, there we go. But thanks. Still, it's not like even 10, man. Oh, you didn't give me a time, so nah, that's my bad. Since you're here already, come on in. Well, don't I feel silly? Damien still accepts the grocery bag. Chucks it off to the side somewhere. Come on, everyone's out back right now. Turns back, making for a sliding door on the opposite end of the house. Following after, I barely have time to take in what I think is the living room. All right, hold on, let me do a quick save real quick. Because it is about that time, but I just want to like get to a good stopping point. Following after, I barely have time to take in what I think is the living room and dining room. There's a number of toys strewn about, foam dart guns and loose game controllers. Damien opens the glass door and gives me a small push out of the house. Hey everyone, got a guest already. Stepping out into a wooden deck, I'm surprised to see the pool and yard. To the left of me, this seems what looks like to be an older, heavier set version of Damien. Damn, nigga! Well, howdy there. Hello, sir, I'm Inco. Shifts the barbecue tongs from his right hand to his left so he can shake my hand. Randy Payne. You can call me Randy, though. I hide the grimace as we shake hands, feeling what I guess is a very sticky marinade now clinging to my palm. Didn't think someone would come this early. I just finished getting the good stuff all sauced up. As soon as he lets go, he focuses back on the pile of different meats heaped up next to the grill. Meanwhile, I grab some nearby napkins to wipe the sauce from my hand. What's on the menu? Let's see here. Got brisket, flanks, ribs, sirloin, tenderloin, top sirloin, bottom sirloin, rounds, and shanks. That's a lot of cow. All marinated in my special mix of wet rub and dry rub seasoning. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Sit, Randy. Oh, he's gonna say sir, okay. Me, Damien, and Soph will be doing it in shifts. If you're interested, I'll let you lend a hand too if the missus doesn't rope you into carrying too much around. Sure, sounds fun. I've actually never grilled before. It's not too tough, you'll see. Now that I'm here, I can finally ask Damien the question that's been on my mind. Hey Damien, I'm getting curious the whole time. What exactly is this celebration anyway? Oh yeah, I haven't told you yet. Well, you see, Before Damien could properly explain, a motherly voice cuts him off. Damien, sweetie, you shouldn't keep your baby brother waiting any longer. The mention of a younger sibling, a tiny Damien clone jumps over the deck of the railing and... Acid punch! Oh God, why? Why? Vinny. Look, bro, just like for Power Raptors. I told you I could do it. I'm so sorry, Inko. If I speak, I am in trouble. Vincent, this is why I don't want you watching those violent shows. The younger Dino isn't listening. He's already run off to find another victim. You're all right. Yeah, I'm fine. Was that really acid? No. But here, you should wipe that off. Now. I take the towel handed me and wipe off the splotch of my pants where Vincent had punched. The Dilophosaurus spit only gets more acidic after they reach puberty. I begin to run away the spittle from my pants with a bit more urgency. Thankfully, he's more than me than his mother. Otherwise, you need a new pair of pants. Wait, that's an actual thing? Randy laughs. You must be Damien's new friend from school. Indeed, I am. Damien's mom's head pops up at the side of the deck with a tired smile. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for having me. I didn't know we had guests so soon. I would have cleaned up more. You can call me Sophia today. Yeah, Sophia, dear. Speaking of school, Damien told me that you were there. Why'd you be going there today of all days? Honestly, I didn't even realize that today is a holiday. I usually mark them on my calendar, but it must have flown over my head. No worries. It's mainly for us dinos who celebrate it. Yeah, Damien told me a bit about it, but I'm not sure I fully understand. In that case, I'm even more than glad to clue you in. It's called Summer's End, as today marks the last warm day of the season. After this, fall and winter start rolling in. Huh, interesting. Well, this will probably make me sound stupid for asking, but how come you celebrate it? Put simply, the cold might be manageable for warm bloods, but for us reptiles, it's no bueno. So we spend the last day soaking in the sun and enjoying the warm weather before it starts getting chilly. Ah, that makes sense. Next thing you know, everyone's wearing extra layers and putting up heat lamps. Though it apparently used to be Ice Age levels of fridges back in my granddad's age, so I guess we can consider ourselves lucky. Otherwise, we'd be nothing but a couple of popsicles with our tails for sticks. The patriarch lets out a laugh that's as infectious as his son's. Wipes a tear from his eye as he goes back to flipping the meat on the grill. Anywho, we're gonna start cooking up the food, so make yourself comfortable. Thank you, sir. I mean, Randy. While Damien's dad attends to the grill, I move to the banister overlooking the pool. It's filled with a couple of aquatic toys and air-filled floaties. Man, I wish my place had a pool. Well, I do have extra jeans at home. Ruining one pair won't be a huge issue. Nah, on second thought, it'd be really annoying to have to deal with drying off and going home. I wonder how deep... Wow! The hell are you doing here? I was invited. Focus on her face and nothing. What the heck are you doing here? I live here, moron. Crap, right. Damien even told me on the way. Anyways. No, really, why are you here? Nobody's at school when I got here. Huh? Yeah, check the doors and everything. If I speak, I am in trouble. Hey, how's the holiday yesterday in homeroom? Didn't you hear it? That's what Liz said over the PA yesterday. I thought it was a school anthem or something. Huh, no wonder I was staring as I saluted. Must have not been paying attention. But yeah, asked Damien what was up, and he said there was some big event going on and invited me. Olivia sinks a bit into the water, actually. Stupid question, but are you really okay to swim? There's that glare again. Oh my god, you idiot. Of course, why wouldn't I be? Well, you know. Thankfully, she gets what I'm saying. Sorry? She simply rolls her eyes. I like it in the water. I kind of wish I knew about all this earlier. I'd have brought my trunks. Hell no, I'm not sharing my pool with you. What? Why not? Instead of answering me verbally, Olivia's tail whips up some water at me like a larger wave. Yo, Inko, come check this out. Olivia takes the opportunity to slink back into the water. I think she's doing some weird version of the dead man's float. Well, whatever. What's Damien yelling about? Yeah, Damien? Well, first, my little bro has got something to say to you. Sorry for giving you an acid punch, Inky. Looks like he taught his younger brother about my nickname, too. It's alright. Vinny! Vinny extends his hand for a handshake, though it's obscured by his sleeves. And secondly, we need a few chairs out here. We got some folding ones, but also some from the kitchen. Got it. They're cheap wood, not real heavy at all. After the chairs, we could do the table together. Mom'd be pissed if that got dropped. Why? It's the only one we got. And after everything's set, we could play something fun. Okay, little man? Vincent grins and bolts back toward the house. Damien chuckles, and we both follow after the kid. Okay. I'm gonna pause right there. There we go. Perfect place to call it there. So while this music's going, oops, wrong one. I guess I'll have to do a second stream of this, but you know, I'm having fun. I love this. I love doing this. It's super fun. Hold on. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I love doing this shit. It's so much fun. I love it. Dude, I might be a visual novel guy. Not unfortunately, but like, you know. Oh, like I would not, like playing it by myself. Well, I guess technically I am playing it by myself, but like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, if I was just doing it, I don't know if I could do it for me. You know what'd go kind of crazy? If I played that fucking Digimon one. If I did that Digimon visual novel, I have to think about it. I have to look where it is. But yeah, no, that might go kind of crazy. Might be a visual novel kind of guy. This is fun. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Yeah, I might have to do the second one either Monday, Tuesday, something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Thank you for, everything. All right. I will see you all on Monday. I don't know if I'll be. I think I'll just do it again. I'll just do the stream again. All right. Bye.